Hey everybody, welcome to the Unity Gaming Podcast, episode 46. Today is Wednesday, December 12th. I'm Kumar.
I'm Riccio.
I'm Somppi.
And I'm Dan.
We should have done that in some sort of like, and we're Unity. And
Gaming.
Oh god, I thought you were gonna, anyway.
Save it for number 52.
Yeah, we'll do it in all barbershop quartet for
Barbershot?
barbershop.
Ooh.
We'll work on our harmonizing beforehand.
So once again, to everybody who's listening to us on iTunes, we have a video version. Check that out. And if you guys are watching the video version on YouTube,
We have an audio version.
we have an audio version. No, if you're looking in the top right of your video right now, you're probably seeing some Street Fighter Cross Tekken on the 360. So just wanted to point that out before anybody's like, what's going on?
What game are you playing, guys?
So yeah, just wanted to say that. So how have you guys been this week?
Oh, not bad. Busy exam week, as you well know.
I don't know if you're not liking your exam week or hating it or enjoying it because you gave it like a nice little,
I kind of hate the fuck out of it.
it's a good week.
He's enjoying all the pressure.
No, exact
I like
opposite.
getting pushed.
I like.
Feels nice.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Go on. What were you saying? Exam week?
Exam week pressure, as you know.
I know.
Don't enjoy it. Not a lot of games. A lot of Far Cry 3 though.
Really?
Not a lot of games.
Not a lot of games.
fun.
I'm only playing the one that eats up the most of my time.
Yeah. That and Assassin's Creed 3. Those are the two that I'm working on right now.
Well, which one do you want to talk about first, Devin? Which three?
I don't like Assassin's Creed 3. I don't like it.
Seems to be a general consensus.
Like
amongst you guys,
I feel like I'm forcing myself to play that game, which is obviously not a great way to look at it. I don't like it that much. It feels tedious. I'm on sequence 7 now.
Okay. That's literally exactly where I'm at as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm on sequence 7 now, and it's nothing special still. I don't know.
From what I'm hearing, about, I don't know, the story so far, like, a lot of people, I was broadcasting it. Let me just start with saying that. And a lot of people were watching, and they kept naming off, like, people like, oh, it's that dude from American History who, like, called about the British people, and oh, it's this other dude who's did that. I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are, because I'm Canadian, and I know a lot of Canadians maybe know that stuff, but I am one of the non-knowing ones.
That's okay.
So the entire time they were freaking out, and they were kind of getting happy with some of the stuff, but it feels like those starting chapters would be way better if we knew a lot more about history, because you'd be living the iconic moments. But
probably that is probably the case.
I don't actually know anything that's going on, so that is.
Yeah, I know a bit of it. I'm not saying I'm a American history buff, but I know enough. I know enough to know what's going on in history with
You know that there's Americans in Britons.
Americans and Britons.
They did I guess they did a good job keeping it historically accurate, but I don't think that necessarily takes away from the fact that the game itself still isn't done as well as it could have been.
Yeah, it just, I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't scratch that Assassin's Creed itch that I've got. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure I can't put my finger down on the exact thing that I don't particularly like about it. I just find it to be really tedious. I find a lot of the stuff to be like the tree running in it is really nice. They did a great job of that. It's fluid. You can clearly see the path in the trees that you need to go. The hunting, I don't know. I find it seems to be a little bit mundane. Like, for instance, I had a bear run by me and I just happened to accidentally press X and I took it out. I was like, oh.
I don't like how you can, like, sneak up on the animals, unless it's just me. Like, you'll sneak up on a bear or, like, a wolf and you go to do the assassination and it's like, no, quick time event.
Yeah, that's like, what? No.
I'm like, I was good. Okay.
I don't know. The game seems janky to me. It just seems weird.
To me, I feel like it's really tough to describe how I feel about that game, because I really enjoy it. I think the story's awesome. I think the gameplay works really well. I think it's just a slow-paced game that when I play it, it'd have to be like one of those lazy Sundays where I'm just sitting around and kind of not planning to do anything in the day, and I'll just sit there and then like slowly make my way through it, because it is like a slow-moving game. But it's not I don't want to say it's bad because of that. It's just that you have to be in the right mood.
Oh yeah, you have
so
to be,
far for me.
You certainly have to be in the right mood to pick it up for long periods of time. Like I'm playing it in stints of like hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
Like where with 2 Brotherhood and Revelations, I sat down and I'd play it for 5.5 hours straight. And
Are you only able to play it for shorter lengths because you're just not interested?
Yeah, that's exactly how it's going right now. Like I'm playing it for, like I'll just play it in short little bursts, and then I'll be like, yo, I've had enough of this. Like I have to put it down right now. I can't continue to do this. So I don't know. I'm really kind of disappointed with it, to be honest with you. I really like the Assassin's Creed franchise. I like all of it from 1 to Revelations. I'm not really enjoying 3 right now, to be completely honest. Like I feel like they could have done something different with it that would have been better.
From what I keep hearing is that getting past the part that I'm at, the game does get better, but it ends crappy. So it's as if the start is slow, good, but very slow. The middle is kind of slow. And then the 3/4 mark is incredibly good, and then it apparently
Just
ends
falls
shittily
on its face.
So,
which is too bad, considering usually that franchise is pretty strong, especially like even with the the twist, we'll say at the end of 2, it was still really good, but I don't know, it was just kind of wonky.
I actually was not interested in 3, even in the slightest. And hearing disappointment from Dan was something that I really wasn't expecting.
yeah.
I think I mentioned this, not to kind of keep rehashing the same material, but the glowing sort of review from Dan sort of solidified my belief that it really wasn't going to live up to what it should be.
Yeah.
I think I'm really just not gonna play it.
Speaking of Dan's been ridiculously silent while we've been talking about Assassin's Creed here. Is he
I
just
think
kind
I've
of...
already voiced my opinions on this game.
He's like, I don't want to fucking go through this again.
No, I only liked that game because I like Assassin's Creed games. If
If that was a brand new game in a franchise, you would just be not having any of it.
no.
I agree wholeheartedly with you.
But also, like, because I like Assassin's Creed games, it made me really dislike Connor.
Yeah,
He's not quite the protagonist that even, like, Altair was. He has a couple good moments right after he gets the assassin clothes, and then...
Just go downhill.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly with you on that one. He seems very one-dimensional.
I still... Well, I
Well,
don't know.
there's some promise in his character, but it never, ever
Pans out the way you
delivers.
want it to.
And especially since it seems like he's out on a quest for revenge, the way that story wraps up is
Not revenge
disgusting. It is not. It's ridiculous. Like, I wish you guys could have finished it so that I could just yell about the end of that game.
I'm going to be finishing. My goal is to have it finished before Christmas.
I'm definitely going to probably finish it during... Like, after we do the Game of the Year podcast recording thing. But I think what I might do is I don't think I'm going to play it on cast anymore, because it has a, so far... What's the word here? Not like a standing record. Like, every time I go to play it on broadcast,
It's just people don't want to watch it.
well, not the people. Well, I do drop views from it because even I stop talking, and usually within like minutes I start yawning, which sucks because every time I do play it and I am playing it, I want to be, because I really want to go through it. I really want to know what happens. Like, I'm really interested in seeing like what the hell's going on with Connor and what's going on with Desmond and just everything. But it makes me so tired, and then I start getting frustrated, and it's just not. It's something that I just want to be sitting around and then just, like I said, just enjoy it while I'm feeling lazy and just kind of relax and go through it and not feel in a hurry and just go feel as slow as the story's going, if that makes any sense.
Which you're going to age. You're going to become an old man by the time.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I just think they could have thrown. I think they could have definitely done with the like. I haven't gotten through the game, like the whole game yet, so I'm a little biased on my opinion on the game right now. But I feel like they could have done so much more with the pacing of the game in the American Revolution. Like, I understand that it wasn't a quick revolution, you know.
Well, the thing,
you know what I mean?
the
But
thing
like,
is like where we are right now is like it's starting. So you still haven't actually gotten into it.
Yeah, I know, but
they just
like,
finished introducing the characters, and now it's like by sequence 7 is the like introduction of, okay, now the revolution thing is going
full tilt. Yeah, I don't know.
If that's even what happened, I don't really. I'm
I feel like it's just missing something. It's just missing that key part, that hook that got me so crazy addicted to, 1, 2, Brotherhood and Revelations. Like, I don't know. Maybe it is the character is just not pulling me in the way that what the other ones did, but I'm not really interested in it. And I feel like I'm just trying to complete it for the sake of being like, okay, I beat it. So.
I'm still loving 2.
Honestly, I went back and booted up Brotherhood again. That's what I did. I was like, all right, I'm done with Assassin's Creed 3. I'll just go and boot up Brotherhood. And I just ran around the Brotherhood world for a while and was like, okay, I like this. This is good. Mm-hmm.
As soon as I'm done too, I'm actually going to move on to Brotherhood finally.
Yeah, you should probably play that.
I know I'm ridiculously late in it, but I think it'll still hold up and I'll still enjoy it.
I think everyone should play Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
And if you enjoy it, great. If not, I need to talk to you about it.
I just picture Dan like handcuffing someone to a table and just being like, what do you think of Assassin's Creed 3? Oh, I really liked it. Just smacks him upside the face. No, you didn't.
There are parts of that game that are totally likable and make it feel like an Assassin's Creed game, but it's only parts.
To be honest, what I've played so far, I've legitly really enjoyed. Like, I'm actually having fun when I'm playing. It's just
what about
it's
that
not
command
the right...
troops level there?
That was because, like I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. No. But listen, let me finish. I'm enjoying the game. It's just I'm not playing at the right time, or I'm not in the right mood. But like, yes, I'm getting frustrated with stuff. But that's just because I'm tired, and it's like usually late in the day, and I'm just sitting around, and I'm trying to like also semi-entertain, and then I have like the pressure of like, okay, I haven't been talking in a while. Oh, I don't really want to be talking. Oh God, I'm yawning. So all that building up is kind of making it not seem like I'm hating it, because I know it is really slow as well. But in the back, like the gameplay, the story, and everything's working really well. Like I'm enjoying it. It's just that everything adding together is making me have a somewhat shittier experience. Like, it's not that the game is truly shit in my opinion. It's just, I don't know.
Like, I want to like clear the air. Like, I don't think the game is shit. I just think it's not what I was expecting from 3. So, yeah, I'm disappointed in the game. I don't think it's like the worst game of all time or anything like that. So
there's far worse.
Yeah, there are far worse games out there. But
name one.
Superman 64.
You son of a bitch. Okay, I love that game. No, I'm just waiting for you. I just want to be a dick.
So I don't know.
Most of you guys been playing?
Yeah, I was gonna say we should switch away from this because we talked about this for the past 2 podcasts,
yeah.
and we're already starting really slow because we don't really want to be talking about it. So,
all right.
You said you played Far Cry as well, Devin?
Yeah, I actually put a big chunk of like 3 hours today.
Yeah, roughly
about 3 hours of Far Cry 3 today.
Okay.
It's good. I'm liking it. I was getting frustrated with it because I was trying to take over a couple of, like, are they camps or are they called?
Outposts?
Outposts.
Well, yeah.
Or something. Anyways, they're bad guy holds that you can take over.
I thought they were called outposts.
Bad guy holes?
Bad guy holds.
Oh. Bad guy holes. I'm just trying to go and liberate them, you know what I mean? They just, they want to be liberated. No one understands. Yeah, I don't think it's outpost, but it's some sort of like liberate the sea something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I keep thinking the word compartment, but it's totally not compartment. It's not compartment.
Command post?
Command.
I don't know.
Maybe it's outpost. Let's just go with outpost.
Anyways,
outpost.
I'm pretty sure it's outpost.
It might be
I don't know why you guys.
I feel like
freaking out
outpost.
over this.
I feel like outpost
that's
is
something
from Far Cry
different.
2.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's the
I know
right
for
word.
a fact they were called outposts in Far Cry 2.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
I don't know why they would have changed it, but
Anyway,
if they did.
Anyways, I was getting frustrated with it because what ends up happening if you don't go the sneaky route and sneak your way in and slowly take out people with takedowns.
Yeah.
If you accidentally get spotted, they'll sound off an alarm that you then have to shut down, and they'll just keep spawning reinforcements every like minute and 30, I think it is what it is, and they always spawn behind you. They never spawn to the right or the left or anything like that. It always seems to be directly behind you. And so I was trying to do the approach, which I've been doing for most of the game, of I see an outpost, spot it out, pick up everyone, and then shoot everyone with a sniper rifle from a distance.
I will say they only keep respawning if you keep being loud.
Okay, all right.
Like if you're like be still hiding behind like the tree that you were initially spotted at, then they'll just kind of like not come unless you go in there and you're like firing wildly into stuff.
Okay,
it just rolls in with an MG.
But
actually, that's what I did for to actually take over this base. I retried it about 8 or 9 times because I was trying to be super sneaky and like plan it out. I just ended up rolling with a large machine gun and just wiping everyone out and shooting the alarm. Problem solved.
Yeah, just as a tip, if you want to do those really easy, you won't get the like stealthy bonus. Actually, you still can. But if you go into every camp and if you know you're just gonna get spotted, just pull out a sniper rifle, silenced or not, and just shoot the fucking radio box and then go in.
Okay. Yeah, actually, that
it makes it super easy.
It probably sounds like a really, really solid idea. I should really, really do that next time. Because it was getting to the point where I was starting to get frustrated and pissed off with it. But
I don't want to ruin it for you. But if you're thinking that's kind of annoying, you better get used to kind of being spotted because the second part is going to get really frustrating for you then.
I'm used to being spotted, but like it was just the fact that I didn't like they kept spawning. And there was always like one dude left that I couldn't kill in time, and it was just, another wave is coming. But like each wave would just slowly get bigger, so that was kind of a piss off. But besides that, I'm really enjoying the game.
I will say sometimes you can actually maybe abuse it in later on outposts. I'm gonna call them outposts that you can free. Some of the enemies you'll kill will give you more experience than as if you were to free it without being spotted at all, because each one will give you 500 experience.
Okay.
And there's normally like 2 or 3 in the base. You'll kill them, and then let's say if you get spotted, like 2 or 3 more will come. Okay. So instead of the 1,500 you could get those 3 plus extras, plus everybody else that you had to kill as well.
Ooh.
So, and then if you do like a combo kill, let's say you were to like stab one in the back and like kick a grenade towards someone, you get even more experience.
Yeah.
You can kind of game the system a little bit, but
the point for hunting has become moot for me because I've already got pretty much full upgrades for everything. And I'm not even halfway to the game.
Have you been doing the kind of go ahead and like murder one dude, but you have to get that kill with a knife mission?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, every outpost has like the skull things that you can pick up, which are like the it's go murder someone like in the tribe way.
Okay.
And every one of those things is like a camp of people, but like hanging out in a like a camp. It looks like they're like a little camp,
like
out in the woods or near a beach or on top of a mountain or something. And
there's one like dudes just hanging out near a damaged boat.
And
one of them.
you can pull out your camp. Yeah, you can either pull out your camera or pull out like a rifle and just scope in, and it'll mark like, okay, which one do you have to kill? Mm-hmm. There's so many of those that I either tried to do like the outposts and slowly kill them off one by one, and then kill the last two with a knife, and do it stealthily.
Yeah.
But it got to a point where there's something that you can do later where you kind of like sprint a little bit faster.
Okay.
So I'd end up just hanging out in a shrub and then seeing how close I could get before I'd get spotted. And then right before I know I'm gonna get spotted, I just like pop that like medicine. Like full on sprint out of the woods, like stab the dude in the face and just fucking run off. And just like it just be like this, like what just happened? Like this dude just died.
You're literally playing Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it's pretty much like an Assassin's or like sometimes I'll throw a rock so everybody looks in the opposite direction and I just come sprinting out of like a fucking random bush and just like murder the dude.
I will also
that's kind of how I've been doing it,
really?
but
Dude,
immediately after stabbing the guy and the mission still completes.
Unless you have like a lot of health, that will happen for the first
I will also mention that I think I've out leveled where I am right now.
That'll happen, especially if you're doing the outpost.
I have 22 skill points I have to spend, and I can't buy anything.
I will say it's easy to get to the end of the game and be maxed out. It's really easy.
Yeah, I have, and all I've done is like hunting, finding some radio towers, doing a couple of outposts, like nothing. I haven't been doing all the side quests or anything like that, and I have 22 points I have to spend.
Wow.
I'm like, oh man, I should just probably spend these, but I can't. Nothing I want to buy is unlocked. It always tells me you have to do more missions for them to become unlocked. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it seems like you're doing kind of the same thing as I did, is where I spent the first 4 or 5 hours of the game hunting and doing all the side quests, getting the outposts, getting all the radio towers, and then just going for like multiple hours of straight up story after story after story after story.
I think that's how I'm probably gonna finish that game. Is that a bad way or a good way?
It's your choice once you get to the second half. If you're still motivated to do everything. Like I still did it just
like
because
all the side quests. You mean?
I mean just the outposts and radio towers.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna get all the radio towers before I even probably get to the second half. It's just completionist to me requires me to do that.
I just, without saying too much,
I have to see.
But I just want to say it. Once you get to the halfway point of that game, as much as I really enjoyed it, I found it so hard to bother continuing, except for one character which saved it for me.
All right.
In terms of it just got repetitive or what?
No, it's just because what I was enjoying the most about that game was just less present, let's say.
Okay.
So it was just like what I was so eager to get to or see what would happen next was just suddenly like not an issue. Not an issue, but like the story progressed in a way that I was like, okay, well, I guess I've seen it all.
Oh, really?
So
Just got predictable, I guess.
It's tough. I'm trying to dance around it. Just play the game to the halfway point, and you'll kind of get exactly what I mean.
All right. Well, I'm about an hour out from the halfway point.
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably be about 3 hours, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but if you've already done most of the side things, you're about an hour if you just go straight up through the missions, which you probably is the only thing you have left.
No, I've still got.
I
still have some side missions that I have to do, and I'm gonna do all the hunting missions. That's all that's missing out of my equipment now.
Okay.
Is the ones where it's like, oh, kill the golden boar.
I actually haven't done most of those.
Kill this with like I didn't even realize that you get them from the hunting missions for some reason. I completely blanked on that.
Okay.
And I did one by accident, and then I happened to get the items I needed to craft the one before you require the named ones. Yeah. And it was just like, oh, you can do this now. I'm like, oh, great, perfect, done. So
I think the only one I actually did the special one for was for the wallet, so I could get enough. I almost said rupees, but that's from no rupees. No, it's not rupees in 2. That's gems or whatever. But no, because I got to the point where my wallet was too small and I kept selling stuff and running out of space. And then I got that wallet, and then suddenly everything that I could buy was way too expensive, and I never had enough money for it. So,
see, I can't fill my wallet right now.
Really?
I'm always like,
and you're doing all the side quests?
I'm always just trying to like.
Are you buying weapons? Because you really shouldn't.
I know I shouldn't. I shouldn't buy any weapons, but I've got all the attachments for them.
The only weapons you should be buying are the ones that you unlock via relics, which are the signature weapons, which are like way more damaging versions of the ones you'll get.
Yeah, I've just been kind of not. I haven't really been buying. I've been buying all the attachments, and I've been buying the paint for them. You should. I'm just like, oh, that looks nice. And I'll use that for a bit.
Wait till you get to the second island. Everything's suddenly like $6 or $7 grand to buy, and you're like, what the fuck?
Really?
Yeah. Suddenly that perk that you can get that's like, yo, you get double the money. At first you're like, this is dumb. Like I always have money, and then suddenly you get to that, and you're like, I need so much more. I can't even buy ammo. Like you get weapons that she'll go and take over an outpost.
Yeah. Get
maybe like $200 from looting people, and then suddenly you're like, oh, I'm just gonna reload my sniper at $700. Well, fuck, I have nothing. So it's yes.
Well,
money becomes an issue. Get the wallet thing and just save.
Yeah,
save money.
I think I've got all the wallet. No,
if you did the golden tigers,
I haven't gotten the golden tiger one. That's the only one that I'm missing.
I don't know. It's the golden tiger. I don't know. It's the golden tiger. It might be a golden tiger.
Oh, something like that.
Dan, is it the golden tiger?
How much have you played?
What?
Dan, is it the golden tiger?
I haven't played any more since.
You're on a boat
last
last
week.
time. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
You should probably play more of the boat.
Oh, I finished that mission.
Oh, okay.
I've gotten the next story objective and am headed there, and then died on the way there, and then
you're just
like,
like,
I'm done with this game for now.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I'm sorry to kind of ask this because it means I kind of wasn't paying attention. Kumar, did you play at all any Far Cry 3?
Or I have not. No. Well, I mean, I played it that one time. Would have been what, 2 weeks back or so when I told you guys about it initially.
Yeah.
You should really think about actually like putting some time into that.
But I'm sitting here with no hard drive space. I've come to learn through very credible sources that I am supposedly getting a 1 terabyte drive for Christmas.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it'll be kind of nice to put that in my laptop. I only have, I want to say, I think I have 15 or 20 gigs collectively right now.
Are you Mac or are you Windows?
Both, actually. I run Windows on my Mac.
Oh, okay. So you've got it. All right.
So I game primarily on the Windows side.
Okay.
And I've had people ream me out for it, but I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, this Mac has been running Windows a hell of a lot better than any HP computer I've ever used, any Toshiba computer I've ever used, any Samsung computer I've ever used, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh yeah, no, I don't disagree with that at all. I'm just trying to think of.
It runs everything really, really well too. But it's literally just a hard drive issue for me right now.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've got a
It's on my list.
I'm starting to actually back up game saves that I haven't touched in a while onto. I've got a networked 3 terabyte drive that I got for a steal of a deal, and I'm starting to back up game saves to that so that I can keep my space cleared.
Good stuff.
Yeah, no, I recommend doing that if you haven't done.
Yeah,
that,
definitely hoping to play Far Cry 3 before the end of, I guess, our holiday season, if you will.
Did you buy it, or are you still just waiting?
No, not
to pick it
yet.
up?
Not
Okay,
yet.
so
I figure I'm like, you know what? I'll just wait till Boxing Day,
Yep.
see if because there's other titles that I want to play as well.
Yeah.
But I'm figuring I don't want to buy a bunch of titles if I don't have the time to play them.
Yeah,
Exactly. Fair enough.
No, so I was
So-
gonna say if you haven't picked it up yet, maybe wait for like even Steam sales or maybe
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't know, just anything that would make it go down in price. Because I wanted to say something, is
Yep.
that I really enjoyed Far Cry 3. I thought it was an awesome game. I want to say on the video, Dan looks like he passed out.
What?
Never mind. I really enjoyed the game, but someone was asking me this week, like, do you recommend me going and playing Far Cry 3? And I was like, yeah, but wait, I actually felt that way.
See, I paid full price for it. I just bought it directly off Steam, no deals, no nothing, and I am happy with my purchase. I'm usually really a pretty big stickler when it comes to paying like value for time and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I felt slightly cheated when I bought and finished Dishonored.
But you absolutely loved Medal of Honor, which is important.
That was the worst purchase I've made all year. Oh my god.
But
Fuck. It's
No.
the stupidest choice I've ever made. Oh yeah, this game's gonna be great. Don't.
but
So I don't know. For me, the purchase is justified. So I like it.
I
the only way to
may,
describe
Sorry, go ahead.
no, it's just, the only reason I can describe it is that I was so psyched for this game. Everything building up to it. I was watching videos like the Far Cry Experience, getting really into like Vass's character and all that stuff, and the payoff I was waiting for. Dan, I think it sounds like you're like
Did you?
I'm not asleep. What the fuck?
I can hear
I'm
like
tilting
I thought,
my head so that
Oh,
the...
so I can hear. I thought it was like snoring. Though, so I was like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry." I'm talking. No, but it's the payoff that I was expecting.
Didn't come, or came in a weird way.
That is the most disgusting way, but yes, it came in a weird way. Actually, it was just like you'll see when you get to that point, and if you guys still feel really happy about it, it's just because we were just at different points
in our
in our life with Far Cry. I really wanted to get something out of it, and it decided to not. But I don't know. Anyways, to not talk too much about Far Cry, because we once again also talked about that last week. We're just totally rehashing stuff now.
I have something to bring up with you guys.
Go for it.
So speaking of value,
Okay.
I am a PS Plus subscriber now.
Okay.
Welcome
And
to the club.
I am
It's me.
flipping shocked at how ridiculous some of the stuff that they put up there is. And I don't mean ridiculous in a bad way. I mean ridiculous in the sense that I'd heard good things, pretty much right from the beginning, and that it's been consistently getting better and better. But it's very impressive what they've actually. Because I sit here and I think I've had this conversation with you guys before, but I sit here not an Xbox Live subscriber.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I really don't believe that I'm getting value out of it. I already pay for my ISP, and I don't believe in having to pay twice for something that, more often than not, I end up picking up the title on PC anyways,
Yeah.
and I enjoy it far more there than I ever will on a 360. So I don't believe that I'm getting value out of Xbox Live, but what I've gotten so far within the first week of PlayStation Plus is far more than what I was actually expecting.
Let me stop right there. You're telling me that you don't get value in saving 200 Microsoft points off of a random game you'll never play.
Nope.
Are you serious? You're serious right now.
Sorry to burst your bubble, bud.
You're not gonna play
Those 20 points they gave me for my birthday.
What's that?
Didn't we do a math here already where we said that if all of us celebrate our birthdays?
Yeah, I think it was
5
a
years,
year
we'll
for
get
$5
$1 or
years?
They gave us
something.
25 cents. No, they
Yeah,
gave us
well-
25 cents for our birthday. 20 points. Thanks, Microsoft.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't spend it all in one place.
I like how if you have over 75,000 gamer score, they give you 2% back on your purchase. Or all your Microsoft points that you spend in a month, every month.
Really?
So I bought like I told you, I bought the Black Ops 2 season pass. So 4,000 points.
Yeah, something like that.
I got a whopping 120 points back. I was so excited. I could buy almost a picture.
Almost, eh?
I can't wait till they go to real money instead of fucking Microsoft points.
I think it's already that way in American store stuff. I think I want to say that. Do not quote me on that because I do not know. But no, I'm totally with you, Kumar. To be honest, I really wish the 360 offered free stuff or more to their subscribers like the PSN does.
Yeah.
But-
Do you think, Kumar, as a analyst
Respectable
yourself,
man.
as a respectable man,
There you go. There you go.
and very knowledgeable,
With great taste,
great taste,
music, women,
suits.
and wine.
Damn, you are
What are you doing?
You are cultured, son. No, do you how do you think the war between the next consoles will go for pricing for these elite memberships? We'll say of
I think
PlayStation.
subscriptions are something that I think will stay around for a long time, and part of why is because they're incredibly lucrative.
Well,
It's the easiest money for Microsoft to make, and it's part of why it's the only brand of theirs that's right now doing well for them. Is because of the fact that it's so easy for them to just whip out ridiculous cash through the infrastructure they've already built.
Yeah,
and quite honestly, the sad part is that they've had this infrastructure built for years and years and years. But what they've done is they've done an incredible job showing people value that really, quite honestly, isn't value. They've done, mind you, they've done really, really well, partly because Sony has done so poorly.
Yes.
So I understand where people will argue what I'm saying here, and I'm not the kind of guy who's going to say if you're getting value out of Live, great, perfect, I'm very happy for you. But at the same time, I look at it and I say, at one point or another, subscriptions are going to have to give people more value. They're going to have to. Considering the way that, so now I think Sony has finally whipped up into shape to a certain degree. They're still running that company into the ground like you wouldn't believe, and I won't even talk to you about how that breaks my heart. But
fair enough.
They're doing a lot of good things as well, and in that sense, they've actually taken a lot away from Microsoft because of what they've done with PS Plus. Microsoft at one point or another is going to have to combat it, and they're going to have to come up with some sort of a way to make Live look more appealing. Because even to this day, like if you actually look at the numbers right now for Live, they've bled for a little while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, their retention rate hasn't been the same for a little while now, and these are things that obviously it'll get lost in the translation because the numbers are so huge. Like you're dealing with, I don't remember what the actual established base is right now, but it's in the 8 million active plus, or sorry, 70 million total, I think, Live users.
Okay, including silvers, I'm guessing, right?
No, these are, I want to say, sorry, yes, including, these are 70 million live users, silver and gold.
Okay.
Of that, I can't remember what the retention is in terms of the people who are actually paying for gold, but it's a significant number, significant enough for us to talk about it.
Yeah, fair enough.
At the same time, they're bleeding in such a way that number is also significant enough for us to talk about it. So, I don't know, I look at it and I say, coming back to your original question there, things are going to stay the same for a little while, in my opinion. But you got to be real and say consoles themselves are going to be changing.
Yeah, that is very true. Especially with, it's going to be interesting to see with the new generation of consoles, with the increase in graphics and such, as well as the new, because I think Xbox Live won't change a huge amount right up front, at least not until
they don't need it to be honest with you.
At least not until they at least start feeling the pressure a little bit more.
Yeah,
from
they don't need
Sony.
it to right now because it's a huge cash cow for them. And I look at it, and I've said this before as well. But if I was an investor, if I was a shareholder, I'd be happy with the way that they've structured Live, but I'd be unhappy with the way that they've structured everything else.
But with the new consoles coming out, I think it's the fall of next year, I think is what most people are saying. It'll be interesting to see with Sony and the PlayStation Plus, which is so appealing to me, and to a lot of people I talk to, with the new console coming out. It's going to be interesting to see how they step up their game to make the Sony experience a little bit more.
To be honest, I think the only thing they need to do from a consumer standpoint thing, if I know it's probably the hardware holding it back because there's not enough memory for them to allocate towards the background stuff right now on the PS3, but I think if they had PSN Plus like they currently have, which they're definitely going to keep, and then they had the same thing that 360 has where you have that friends list that's kind of really easy to navigate and invite people into games across from things and have the party chat. If that would happen on the next PlayStation and they keep what they're doing right now,
I'll totally
with PSN Plus, I think that's literally all it would take to make the experience already way better. The fact that if you want to go into a party chat in PS3 on the PS3 right now, most of the time you have to back out and you can't actually go into a game after. I know it's something really little, but even something as simple as that, adding that.
Well,
to the
also
PS3,
the party chat on PS3 is text only.
Yeah. Well, there is a video conferencing thing. Oh no, it's only one-on-one, isn't it?
I thought there was a voice party chat.
There is. It's on the Vita though.
Okay. But I mean, what to expect from Microsoft? I think they're gonna have to pull back the barrier on the subscription thing. I think they're gonna probably do a huge jump on the next Xbox, add more things to Silver, such as Do like something big, like give us Internet Explorer on Silver. That's all they need.
Well, it's also the fact. It's also the fact that you cannot use.
No.
Like, for instance, I have a Netflix account. I love my Netflix account.
You can't use it on Silver.
You can't use it on Silver.
But it's cool because they'll be adding 43 more apps by spring 2013. But you have to be gold for.
The thing is, like, I'm already paying $9 a month for Netflix.
Yeah.
I do not want to have to pay for my gold subscription to have the privilege to watch Netflix on my 360, where I can boot up my PlayStation 3, which is right beside it, and go on Netflix for free. Like, you use the device as a Netflix box.
You know what the problem is, though, with, and coming back to, not to sort of sit here and keep ranting on Sony, but the problem with Sony is that their entire business model is way too reactive as opposed to being proactive.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft was phenomenally proactive, at least initially. If you think back to when the actual Xbox was released, no one really understood how broadband gaming was going to take shape like it has.
Mm-hmm.
But Microsoft, for whatever reason, had this wicked model that they employed this through Windows and everything like that. But they had done a really, really good thing. And again, this is why I say, for all the things that I disagree with in the way that Live is implemented and sold and all these different things, business-wise, it's the best thing for them. So it's not going to change. The reality of things is that it will not change, at least not yet. It will one day, absolutely, but they don't have a pressing need to do so, because especially when they've got, like, they're in bed with Activision for the next who knows how long.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they've got exclusive rights with Gears and all these different things. They've got the right titles on the platform that are going to keep pushing live subscriptions.
Mm-hmm,
That's not going to change.
Yeah,
People want to play
interesting
those games online, and it's a lot of fun. Like, even Halo 4.
Yeah,
I counted up all the 2-day trials I could find, and you guys, Riccio chucked me the 2-week thing.
Yeah.
I had a blast. I had a lot of fun.
Yep.
So they've got a really, really great model. But again, the reality is that it's just like, you know what, for me, myself, I really don't, I can't justify paying them that kind of cash for something that I'm already paying for.
Honestly, if they did the same thing that the PlayStation does, where if the online actual gameplay was something that was on Silver, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm. And
then limit, maybe in Gold you can do party chats, then you could have access to more apps, but have like Devin said, for Netflix and stuff, any apps that you actually have to pay a subscription for, whether it's the like HBO shit or anything else that you'd be paying money elsewhere to just even be able to have access to it, those things shouldn't be behind like the paywall.
Yeah.
But
they've conditioned people, though. That's the problem. They've conditioned everyone. And this is, again, comes right back to the likes of Activision, Bungie back in the day. And then now 343 is going to start doing it. But all these big players, if you're dropping $15 a pop on map packs, and you have to have live to enjoy those map packs, guess what? You're stuck in an ecosystem the exact same way that people are stuck in the ecosystem of Apple.
Yeah, that is very true.
So for Microsoft, it's something that they're making these decisions based on their longevity and based on their sustainability. And we're sitting here discussing it from the consumer's standpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do definitely have it going for them with how they've got it designed right now. I am very anxious to see what's going to be coming down the pipe with the new consoles, and if anything changes.
I gotta say, the next generation is gonna be nuts, man.
Oh man, I think it's gonna be
craziness.
pretty damn cutthroat between Sony and
that Wii U.
That Wii U.
That Wii U. I don't know. It's gonna be really good.
It's one of those things that, for the first time in a long time, I'm actually really, really interested to see which direction all three of the big players go.
Yeah.
Actually, we've kind of already seen it with Nintendo, but they've still got a lot to
unveil.
I don't want to say atone for. It's not politically correct. But
Atone.
They've got a lot to live up to, is the right way to actually put it. They do have a lot to live up to. And from my standpoint, I know I don't speak alone. They've let me down when it comes to what the Wii was supposed to be and what it ended up being and this and that. And they've lost me, and I'm sure there's no way I'm the only person. And it seems like they're losing the same bunch, even more so with the Wii U. So when cool stuff starts actually coming out, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. And I hope that they get into that groove right when the newer Microsoft and Sony consoles come out. Because at that point, we're going to have a hell of a lot of stuff to play.
Yep. As well as it's going to look good. It's going to look really good, where the gap between consoles and PCs is pretty huge right now in graphics-wise. It'll be interesting to see when the consoles catch up a little bit to them.
See, here's the thing, though. I think the next generation of PC games, I think, is going to get really serious as well. Because right now, I think the majority, and I'm not you guys are probably better versed to be able to speak to this, but I think the majority of games that are built, at least modern today, for PCs, for powerful gaming rigs, I want to say that
yeah.
they're very limited with regard to what resources they actually use, regardless of what resources you might actually have in your console or in your computer.
Okay.
So I look at it and I'm like, what's going to happen when games actually start pushing the envelope and start using 8 gigs of RAM, start actually using 16 gigs of RAM? Like, what's that going to do for what we get to see?
All the processing power that's available out of
it's going to be nuts. It's going to be craziness.
Yeah, that should be.
If you guys could choose one thing, because I mean, what I'm excited for the new consoles is probably going to be what they're going to do with the actual like interface or use like all the dashboard stuff. If there's one thing that you guys could like that you'd really want to see in the new one, what would it be? Like, even if it's something crazy or just doesn't have to do with even being online games, like just like an app or some sort of like video conferencing thing that you could bring into games, or like some sort of
brain implant.
Brain implant?
Honestly,
no, forget that.
Honestly, the one thing that I'm more interested in than the actual interfaces or games or anything like that would be the subscription model as to what it's doing.
In terms of the value?
In terms of the value, that like if I pay money, what am I getting out of this?
I think they're going to continue that subscription model, because right now, if you look at the like consoles and the deals that Sony has right now on the Vita and the PlayStation 3, they have their new model Slim PS3 with a 500 gig hard drive, and it comes with a year's subscription to PlayStation Plus. And that's their like game, that's their like free game offering. So rather than give you a $60 game with the system, they are giving you a $50 yearly subscription to something where they are adding new free games every week. Sometimes multiple free games.
Here's a question for you
and
guys.
And you've got the console space to store them. What? Sorry, Kumar?
Do you think that hurts them in doing that? So you're Sony, right? Picture yourself as Sony, and you're now shipping out consoles with a free subscription to the service, the platform that you call Plus, and you're putting out games on a monthly, weekly basis, whatever it is. Do you think that actually hurts how many people are like? Do you think that's going to attribute to dropped sales?
No,
people are just going to say, "I'll just
not
play
even a little
comes
bit."
No, right now they're making money off the consoles right now.
The only time I'd see it actually probably have an issue would be for the Vita.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's the only thing, because I think are they still selling the Vita at a loss right now?
Pretty sure
they haven't dropped the price.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas with the PlayStation 3, if they've got someone hooked enough with that, like 1 year of PlayStation Plus to buy that console, they're making money off of it.
Well, and the other thing is that the usage of PlayStation Plus, you have to go into the store, you have to purchase the games with a discount to free, but it encourages use of their digital marketplace. So you go in there, you start looking through, especially with their new redesign, which, while maybe not as user-friendly as the old one, it definitely pops up more.
Promote.
Yeah, it's more marketing, eh?
Yeah, more marketing, but not in the weird offensive way that Xbox is, because all the ads on the PlayStation Network are for hey, go to this page on the PlayStation Network and get this game, or pick up this new release for PlayStation Plus. So being in that environment and having to download the games promotes the use of the store, and the profit margins on digital games are way higher than physical copies.
Yeah, there's no overhead.
I would even go as far as saying this is way out there, but for example, I know a game that's been on the PSN Plus free list for a really long time has been Infamous 2. I would go as far as saying I would never even play Infamous 2. I wouldn't have bought it because it's been so long, but getting it free, I'm not really going to play it, but I just mean, imagine if it was someone else.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so if or even people who don't even know what Infamous is and they get this free game and they go and play it, if you go way out there and they let's say enjoy themselves, I know that's a really good game, and then they see, for example, let's say PlayStation All-Stars comes out and they're like, oh, it's got that guy from that game that I played that I really enjoyed. It might even
trigger a purchase.
Trigger purchases for other games, or he'll be like, oh, that game was really good. You should try it. You don't have PlayStation Plus? You should go buy it and you'll get it for free. Or, oh, you should go buy that game, or I'll get it for your birthday, or...
Yeah, hey, look, these characters are in PlayStation All-Stars, and when you buy PlayStation All-Stars on your PlayStation 3, you get a free copy for the Vita.
Yeah,
and hey, there's PlayStation Plus on the Vita as well, so maybe you want to get that and get all those free games for that system as well.
Yeah, it's certainly, I think Sony is doing a great job right now setting hooks into people for the next console.
But I think they're too late to the game. I think it's going to, now a lot of the time that they have spent, and mind you, it's obviously still in the right direction, But again, they're acting reactively.
Yeah.
And I look at it and I say, so now, use Riccio's example from just 2 seconds ago. Someone hasn't played Infamous 2, right?
Yeah.
They see it free. Are they now going to get into the habit of just waiting for titles to get free? And then at that point, I look at it and I say, if I'm the... So who was it who developed Infamous again?
Sucker Punch.
Yeah,
Sucker Punch, yeah. So, sorry, Sucker Punch, if you guys are listening.
That'd be fucking cool.
That would be really cool, actually. We'd have to have them on here, right?
Yeah, that would be
but
really
I look
awesome.
at it and I say, if I'm Sucker Punch, and now I'm watching my sales dip because people are, for whatever reason, getting into this habit and building their own expectations behind what they'd like to see go into the free category on PlayStation Plus, well, why would I now not potentially try to strike up a deal with Microsoft, with Nintendo? Why would I not do that? And I understand that Sucker Punch, mind you, is a first-party studio, but for some of the other people who are going through, some of the other studios who are going through something like that, wouldn't, I guess I'm playing maybe devil's advocate here, but wouldn't they look at it and say, this is a good service for Sony, but it's a bad service for me?
Well, you have to think about the way the free games are released on PlayStation Plus, where they are available maybe only for a week or two, and PlayStation Plus subscribers during that time period get to download them and keep them only for the continuing period of their subscription.
Yeah.
So only in a 2-week period, people that pay attention to the PlayStation Store, like for instance, the new game this week is Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition.
I'm downloading it right now, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, so I believe that game is only going to be on there for a week. So this week, people who download that game are going to have access to it as long as their PlayStation Plus subscription continues. But there is a chance that people playing that game will like it enough that maybe when their subscription lapses or they just let it lapse, they will go out and purchase a copy of that game to continue playing it. There is also the fact that this spreads the game to people's consoles, and then maybe friends come over to those people's houses that downloaded the game during PlayStation Plus. The game is no longer available on PlayStation Plus, so they go out and buy a copy. There's alternative revenue streams from making a game available for free for a week.
The percentage of people that are going to wait specifically only for free games, I do not think is overly large enough to put a doubt on the revenue that will come from making something free or something like that.
Once again, I'd say other than for Vita.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So I think...
Mind you, I think things are going to change with the Vita when titles start actually landing on it. And I shouldn't actually, it's not a properly qualified statement. Like, there's a lot of really, really good stuff on the Vita. But,
there's some fantastic stuff on the Vita.
and actually, even the one that you talked, or you spoke about it last week, like that Blobs game or whatever, I got to see a buddy of mine playing that, and it's like, man, like it looks like a really fun title. But I feel like there's still not enough in the way of like AAA titles or title aside from Uncharted, maybe Wipeout, I'd say possibly.
There's also this game, it's a Vita exclusive called Gravity Rush that is actually fantastic. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. But again, like it just seems like there's still not enough of that to really, I guess, push the Vita to where it could potentially be. But at the same time, they've set up real nice for, I think 2013 is going to be pretty wicked for the Vita specifically.
But I just wanted to say before, what you guys were talking about, like not worrying about the PlayStation Plus, the fact that people wait for free games. I think the amount of people, like for people who are actually going to be waiting for the games, it's maybe, I don't want to like make this sound bad, but it maybe be the people who maybe don't have the money to constantly go out and buy games.
Yeah,
and
that's the reality of it.
If a company is able to put out a free game that other people can try that they otherwise wouldn't have before, and then let's say they go out and enjoy it, maybe when the sequel or another version of it comes out, or they're like, there's a chance that they'll go out and buy it day one instead of waiting, or they'll get money that way.
And the PlayStation Store is doing digital day one stuff now,
which is
you can
crazy.
Pre-order as well.
You could buy Far Cry 3 the day it came out on the PlayStation Store,
and save money. I think if ever you were like if you pre-ordered it and you had Plus when you did. Or something.
And Far Cry 2 was on the free games for PlayStation Plus a couple months back. So that's it right there. Yeah.
But going back to my question for stuff you'd like to see as like the 360 or PS3, what they could do before, like for the next consoles, I think a feature that would be really cool, and the reason that I'm thinking about it is, you remember when Netflix first came out for the 360 and you could kind of sit around with your friends and you'd go into that weird theater mode that you could also go full screen.
Yeah, that was wicked.
And you could be like, oh, look, we can watch the same thing together. I think if the next Xbox came out and they had the infrastructure to do it, I think it'd be freaking super sweet if similar to something like how games being broadcasted right now is becoming more and more of a popular thing.
Mm-hmm.
If people on your friends list, let's say, could go as far as being, hey, I'll join your party, we could talk, and then boom, I hit this button, I'm watching what you're playing right now.
Oh.
And then like another buddy would be like, oh, I'll join this party, I want to see what that game looks like. You could have like people sitting around that same theater mode and maybe watching the dude play a game, or you can watch a full screen or something. I think that'd be really fucking sweet to like just watch your friends play whatever. You could talk with them. Like for another point, like if somebody has a game that you want to check out, maybe you want to go buy it, you could jump in and be like, dude, I'm gonna go fucking purchase that right now. We can play some multiplayer. Like I think
that would
somehow
be a
live
really
streaming
awesome
something, but only to your friends list, so they wouldn't go out there and use like a shit ton of bandwidth. So one dude's like, yo, everybody can come watch me play a game. Like that would be more for Twitch or whatever.
Yeah.
But
So you're thinking like on live?
On live almost, but limited to like maybe having the people in your party.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like your
Between
buddies. Yeah.
Friend list?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't know. I think that'd be cool.
I think that is a really
The
cool
first
feature.
step is there with that Black Ops 2 live
Podcasting?
streaming
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
But I wonder if other companies are going to pick that up more and introduce it more into other gameplay.
Actually, I think the way that, and not to sound like a fanboy here, but Apple's done a pretty cool thing with the Apple TV,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that I have a feeling that technology is going to take off. No one, if you look around, people really haven't adopted that too heavily yet, in the way of them having, for example, you streaming whatever from your iPhone, iPod, iPad, or Mac.
The Wii U does it
If
the
you
other way.
stream any of that over to your TV,
Yeah.
like no one else is really doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I think that's going to probably take off, and that's probably something that we're going to see. Actually, even Nintendo's probably the first to do it outside of that with the Wii U tablet.
Yeah.
What is it?
Do you mean the
actually
reverse
called?
of it?
Yeah, or doing something along those lines. I think that technology is really going to take off. I don't know how. I'm not the right person to ever mention or talk about how it might be implemented, but I think things are going to happen with that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how.
I just want to see some cool shit. That's like I want them to be like, yo, you guys have everything you want on the 360. Well, guess what? We're gonna add some even more cool shit. Or PlayStation, like we're gonna add some even more cool shit. And
Plus, it's gonna look good, unlike Assassin's Creed looking really poopy and all the faces look like.
man, I just
butter.
I just want to be playing a game, let's say like Assassin's Creed, with some friends and be in the same party, and then be like, you know those moments where you're like, dude, this fucking dude just glitched through the wall and he's like stretching across and shit. And then you're in my party and I'm just like, yo, I don't know, the controller has like a touch interface on it. I just swipe sideways. Suddenly I'm at your screen. I'm like, yo, that's fucking hilarious. You see that shit? Yo, hit this button, share it to Facebook. Like just whatever. That would be fucking really cool, wouldn't it?
That would be really cool.
So I don't know. I'm just
So
totally.
you kind of want an ability to take screenshots of console games.
But like not even be on my own. Be like watching you like, dude, that was awesome, dude. I totally caught that. Pretty much everything that, I don't know, live streaming can do, but have it be like
Integrated
native on a
in.
console. Yeah.
So it's processed and done by the console itself.
That'd be really sweet, yeah. Someone's sending us pictures on the Xbox.
Who was
One
that?
was, I don't know, it's the Judah gamelism from the chat. And that was awesome. He really likes Persona, apparently, and breasts. There was no actual nudeness. There was just slight cleavage.
Yes.
Everyone calm yourselves on the audio version. You're not missing anything. But yeah, no, I would just like some really cool stuff. I would like to be blown away like that. And now that I've said that, the next Xbox is gonna come out and it's gonna be like, we have gold and we have a bigger paywall, and I'll be like, fuck. So I'll be unhappy.
I think that's what's gonna happen with the next Xbox.
But
I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm gonna be like, well, Sony, take my money.
and then Sony's gonna be like, touch interface, you can check out what's going on. You can share it Facebook. As long as the
A Sony rep's
Yo.
listening right now. Oh shit, we need to do that.
As long as the Microsoft or Sony people, what they decide to do instead is, yo, you should come join Xbox Book or like Sony Wall.
Hey Dan,
Just
remember that Sony rep from the store?
Yeah.
She was flipping gorgeous.
There's nothing else with that. That's great.
There's nothing else to say. I couldn't
like that,
care less
Goddard.
of what that girl did. But man, she'd bring us cool T-shirts and swag, and
Man,
flying,
none of
and
my
she- and then
reps
she would
bring
just
me any
leave.
wicked swag.
Well,
It
none
was
of
a
ours did
beautiful
either.
relationship.
Just the Sony rep.
Beautiful relationship. Picture it. Beautiful girl comes into your store on a Saturday, gives you some cool stuff,
Whoa.
smiles at you,
There's
leaves.
something wrong with this
And then
already.
Jeff would always argue with her because for some reason he hates Sony.
That's when I started questioning whether or not Jeff enjoyed
the opposite
company of
sex.
females. Yes.
Jeff,
I guess
shut
you
up
could
and look
say
at
it
this
that way.
woman for a second.
I like reps, reporters, like, fuck, someone name Who's a known
Peter Mansbridge.
I was gonna say like water under the man's. Anyway, I don't know how to say it anymore.
So, Riccio, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing?
We need to get through your massive pile
Hold on.
of.
So my old ass segue that I was gonna do during Far Cry is, wait, Dan, you haven't been playing Far Cry. What are you still playing?
Persona 4 Golden.
How many hours are you in?
Oh geez, I think like 27 or something.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
You enjoying it too?
Good, like 17 extra hours.
I'm gonna load it up. I'm just gonna look at the save file here because it might be more than that.
Still have no urge to stop.
Nope. I'm looking forward. I'm pretty sure there's a new game plus in this, and I'm looking forward to that.
Sweet. All right.
Dan, how about you come back and play some Assassin's Creed 3 with me?
No, I finished that game. I don't need.
Okay. The one thing.
Come over to my house and yell at the TV.
The one thing that I want to be playing Assassin's Creed 3 for is the one thing that still has issues with me on when I play on PC. I don't know if it's like some sort of port forwarding thing or something, or just Uplay servers being busted, but I really want to play the multiplayer, and I can't find a match for some reason. And when people actually do end up playing, they're apparently like, yo, people are just flying in the sky and shit. And I'm like, well, fuck.
Your target is up in the sky.
What am I supposed to do? Why is he darting towards me? I'm dead.
Shit.
So
27 hours was right on the money.
Wow, damn.
All right.
It was
Nice.
27:17. So
Close enough.
And you still recommend it wholeheartedly?
yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
There's some weirder story things that have started to happen, but yeah, you should still probably experience that.
When you say weirder story things, do you mean? And I
really,
don't want to sound too
really
politically
Japanese
incorrect here,
things. Yes.
but- Okay.
Nice.
I'm actually really excited to jump into the Persona series possibly next week. I might pick up Persona 3 on the PSN, and then Dan was super kind, and I'll be able to play Persona 4 at some point in the future.
Which is wicked.
I'm gonna get that before this weekend.
It's my sentence.
Words?
You take that sentence. I want you to decipher it. I want you to play it back in slow motion. And I don't know what's going on in my choice of game here.
Is this a giant Capcom ad playing up here right now?
No, yeah, I should probably point out, if you guys are watching the video version, I've just switched over to Dragon's Dogma, and I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
I like how, don't you love that when you haven't played a game for a while and you're like, oh, I'm gonna load this up, and then you load it up at a save and you're like, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. What am I doing? Who am I?
But yeah, no, totally, Devin. Totally, I don't know what.
So what have you played?
What have I played? Well, Dragon's Dogma. No.
Minecraft.
No, I've not played Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Oh, did I talk about last time how I actually tried to play Far Cry 3's co-op? Or
No.
had I not played it yet?
No, you
Man,
have not played
that game is pretty. That co-op is pretty fucking depressing.
it. Shit.
I was like, yo, man, that co-op looked really cool, and then like it plays a cutscene that's like, you're on a boat, and then you're four dudes that have had like troubled pasts, and then the ship captain's like, yo, fucking, I'm peacing out with everybody's money, pretending I'm with the pirates, or pretending that I'm being captured, but I'm with the pirates. Like the first 10 seconds of that cutscene. And then your group of four is just like, fuck that shit, I want my money back. And they're cursing like crazy. You're like, okay, well, okay. They have some cool ass camera angles, and then it busts into the game, and then they're just like, oh, we're on an island. Let's go kill some pirates because they have our money. And then you walk into a town, and then this dude's like, what? I have a boat. You want to kill some pirates? All right, well, help me out. Go to that town. Go kill some pirates. I'm like, all right, well, let's go kill some pirates. Then you go to that town, and then they're like, oh, shit, you should get to the dock, but there's a boat. But first, we got to kill some pirates. And then the entire time, they're just like cursing about like, that motherfucker better have my money. Like, my motherfucker's stealing our money and shit. Like, it's just like, what? And it doesn't ever really progress from what I've seen so far. It's just like walk into a town, shoot some people up. Walk into a town, shoot some people up. And
is there the possibility of stealth in these encounters?
I just pictured Riccio's character in a bush.
Yes, it's similar to the single player where you could essentially go through it stealthily if you wanted to.
But that requires all four of you to be
yeah. Exactly. But what's cool though, however, is the co-op's experience and everything that you do gain does carry into the competitive multiplayer, which is really neat. And if you have levels in the competitive multiplayer, it even brings over your loadouts and all that stuff.
Oh. That's really kick-ass.
My one gripe, though, with that is that, yes, you can choose your loadouts. Of course, that's awesome. However, you cannot edit them while you're in the game of co-op. So you're going from level to level, and it's constantly asking you, like, yo, you leveled up. Congratulations. Which loadout do you want? Can't edit any of them. Hope you enjoyed getting all those guns. So, I don't know. I was really depressed when I saw how poopy that kind of was.
That's a disappointment.
But I want to still play more of the co-op because I'm hoping that it's just like this is the starting, and then you'll have cool boss fights or cool little. I will say one thing is the thing that they teased about the in-between missions, when you have to get from one point to another point on the map, it becomes like ATV racing, like kind of like tag matches where you have to plant bombs, and if you get rammed, then he grabs the bomb from you, and then you're both racing. It actually gets really fun.
That's cool.
But the game is weird. Also, that you play multiplayer stuff is really funky on PC. It's just kind of like laggy in weird ways. But
yeah, kind of sounds like Ubisoft.
Yeah.
What else you got?
I kind of went back to Max Payne 3. Okay, I want to point out that this
buddy.
that this week I've been trying to play more 2012 games, so I have got a lot of the games I played this year that I kind of went back to try it. So yeah, I went back to Max Payne 3 for one reason, and it was to try out New York Minute. Because one of the patch notes that came out recently is that they're like, on the PC version at least, we fixed a lot of the loading screens that you'd have during New York Minute. Because, for example, the third level, which is the stadium, you have this one cutscene where you start off, you shoot some people, then you go up an elevator, and then they talk for like 5 fucking minutes. And during the cutscenes, it's loading, and it's like, yo, hit a button to skip, but it's always like, now loading. In the super long, like 5 to 10 minute cutscenes, now you can skip through them.
Oh, nice.
Because when you die in New York Minute, it shoots you right back to the start of the level.
Yeah.
So I got really frustrated because you'd spend like half an hour going through this level, and then you die, and you're like, I gotta watch that cutscene. I was like, no, maybe it's because I died. Like, I've been through the level. Maybe it's cache. So you just start mashing enter as you're going through it. Nothing happens. But now they fixed that. So Max Payne 3 is still really fun. Still kind of enjoyed the other Max Paynes better, but it still was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
We will have some words during the
We'll have some
stuff.
words. We will exchange mouth words.
What?
Yes, Devin, exactly.
What else you got?
What else? What else do I got? Did I talk last week about I tried the Ni no Kunai demo and Devil May Cry? Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah, I think a little bit.
I did? All right, well, fuck it. I played a shit ton of XCOM, and I want to say that I tried the new DLC for that, Slingshot. Really, really good. Really kind of interesting stuff that happens. However, the DLC pops up very early in the game, like roughly the second mission.
What?
And you were talking about how there are enemies
that I've never seen before, and I'll get to that other explanation in a bit. But I was 5 hours into the game on another save file, which, by the way, for the first week, it's already fixed, but in the first few days, I should say, the DLC was out. If you bought it and you had a save file that was not with the DLC, you couldn't load it. But they fixed that already, so that's not a big... But I've already restarted, it doesn't matter. But I was 6 hours in, and within 30 minutes, I had met enemies that I'd never seen before, and I was not upgraded, and I was not prepared for it.
And they just punished you.
They punished me, but it was fun. It kind of it added an extra bit of challenge that I was actually, you know what, like sort of excited to do. Which kind of makes no sense because I got destroyed. But I will say the funnest way to go through that game now is while I'm streaming it to try and get everybody's names from the chat and then throw them in and kind of add an extra layer of I care about the characters. Considering I'm playing on Iron Man and somebody dies, they're dead.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool to what?
A heavy price.
It's a heavy price, but it's funny because I'll be in the channel and people will be like, "Oh, yo, I want to be this rookie dude." I'm like, "All right, fine, you're in. You just died in the first move. I am really sorry. Better luck next time." But it's kind of cool. Like, there's been some people who have been in my channel who are now like heroes to me because of some of the crazy shit they've managed to pull off in the game, like just getting ridiculous kills. I'm like that shouldn't happen, but that's really awesome. I don't know. Like, it's when glitches or weird shit happens, it's just funny to be able to associate it to people, and I don't know. It's just such a funner experience to play it with in some sort of, I don't know. I can't describe it because it's not like
emotional.
Yeah, it's a bit more emotional.
More emotional as opposed to, oh damn it, my rookie died. He got shot in the face.
Oh fuck! It's like, oh dude, you're dead. Whatever. Next one. No, I feel a bit. I'm not just that assholey about it. You died. What's up, dude? Better luck next time. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, XCOM's still really, really sick. I want to power through that somehow, but apparently it's going to take me a really long time, and I don't know what to say about that.
It is a long game if you're trying to play it right.
Yeah. Well said.
When does Riccio ever play a game right?
What's the DLC like, though, in terms of, like, does it extend the gameplay significantly?
It adds little mini missions. Pretty much whenever you do a scan to see what kind of side mission you normally get, it kind of does like a sort of... like
a dice roll to see if it's DLC?
No, it'll be like, yo, you found an alien abduction. Or do you want to do the Slingshot DLC? It's like, oh, well, I'm gonna do the DLC, thank you. So technically, I guess the DLCs did pop up early, so I could have technically not chosen to go against those really hard dudes.
Mm-hmm.
But not knowing what to expect and just going directly into it, I got destroyed pretty
quickly,
pretty intensely. But yeah, no, it's good. It was kind of interesting. I can't tell if it's done though, because I did something that seemed to be really praiseworthy to everybody in the game, but it was just something that didn't seem that intense. So I don't really know if it's done, but they haven't popped up anymore when I go for random missions. So maybe $7 is a bit too much for it.
Yeah,
but I did manage to get it cheaper on Green Man. Lol.
We can't go one episode.
Yeah, every episode I gotta mention it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. But yeah, no, it's good. Other than that, what I have been playing a bit of, somebody gifted it to me. I believe Golfer from my live stream gifted me Don't Starve.
How is that?
It's sort of. I really hate using this as a description, but it's kind of like Minecrafty. Like you craft stuff, and you mine, and you cut down trees. And you plant things, and you get beef poop, and you smear it on berry trees to give them fertilizer to make more berries. Which is, I don't know, it's a great description. Right?
That sounds like real life.
But it's all
spread this fecal matter on this berry bush. Oh, more berries! I should probably eat those.
It's all about not dying and not starving, and seeing how long you can last.
Is there like a leaderboard that you can go up against?
I haven't noticed the leaderboard. I will say the game's still in beta, and they're always adding it. In fact, when you log in, it's like time till next patch, and it's like 4 days, and then it'll slowly count down and tell you.
Oh, cool.
So that's neat. But I'm still really ass at it, and I don't know most of the stuff that you can do in it, so I don't know too much what to say. I'm not a pro yet.
That's how it should be in a survival game.
Yeah, I know.
That's the challenge of it.
I know, like a really long time ago when we were talking about what was it, Eve. The feeling of going into a game and not knowing anything about it is such an awesome feeling, and I felt that with Don't Starve, and it's just like that whole new thing. Like, all right, I got to go on YouTube for a bit and see how people start. Like, oh, okay, I didn't know you could do that, and learning all those little tips and like little tricks you can do. I love that.
That feeling of not. It's not panic. It's
I'm afraid.
It's I guess wonder. You know, like of something completely new that you haven't experienced before. It's good. I should really go back to Eve.
I'm sorry if you guys hear clicking things. I'm playing a game that requires me to not get bitten by zombies. Kind of. But yeah, so Don't Starve. One of the game, I'm gonna skip a few of them right now. Oh no, we played Scribblenauts Unlimited.
Yeah.
All of us kind of did a bit of that.
That looks like a good game.
That game is fun. Very weird that you can make certain things pregnant and certain things rideable. That is not a good adjective that you can add to many things, such as babies or dinosaurs or Slenderman. So it's really weird. It's really weird. Very fun though. I like it.
Did you buy it or?
Yeah, I bought it.
Demo?
No, I bought it. I bought it. It's funny because
we recorded a dry run for it, but
it miserably got destroyed.
Oh man, that was such a terrible day.
But that game is $59 on the Wii U, and it comes with some Nintendo characters. However, on the PC, it's $29, and you have
Steam
Workshop support. So people can create pretty much whatever the hell they want. So
why do you think they're priced so differently? Why do you think the?
I think it's expensive to get Nintendo characters. Yeah.
Okay.
Console and PC, man.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I bought it on PC. But it's super easy to type stuff.
Yeah, that's true. What else you got?
I went back and played kind of weird actually. Alan Wake American Nightmare.
Okay. Yeah,
I started that up.
That's an
I've never played
early game from this year. That is January.
I've never played.
Well, no, it's March and then June for PC.
Oh, right, it was way later on PC.
Yeah. So
I've never played an Alan Wake game. Describe it.
It is a thriller game that is semi-horror-y, kind of creepy.
A thriller narrative game with horror elements.
Yeah, horror is very, very
third-person shooter at its core.
Yeah, but it's in this one especially. It's a lot more actiony than any sort of horror thing. There's times where it'll like try and scare you in a very kind of like shittily like birds. Like, oh well, I saw those birds before they did squawks, so whatever.
Noises they make are really creepy though. Not just the birds, but the actual. They were called the Taken.
You're correct actually.
I've gone through it. Dan let me in the game I think a while back.
Whispering kind of talking, and then they also still ninja in from unknown locations, and then you'll just kind of get hit. However, in the original Alan Wake, they would ninja on more without doing that like cutscene where it'd be like people are behind you, and it cuts to third person where it would kind of just ruin the entire
it's
scare.
always in third person, but it like zooms
yeah,
out. And,
sorry, like a
gets kind
cinematic.
of behind the guy that's going to attack you.
yeah.
Yeah, but they give you the cues too. Like the actual danger cues, I think, were too formal, if you will. Like I think the smoke or something.
Yeah,
would
this
get
whooshing
really,
and the wind, and it would just kind of really warn you. Like, that's what I'm saying is it's got horror to it, but it's not.
It's not done properly.
Yeah, not that's not done properly. It's not its main. It's not trying to be a horror game. It's trying to be.
It's not Dead Space.
No, yeah, it's trying to be a
It's
really
trying to-
cool story.
Yeah, it's trying to create that environment,
Yeah.
not necessarily scare you with that environment.
It just wants you to be on your toes, I guess.
Yeah.
But I will say that they're really creative with the storyline. In this one, it's all about if you played the original Alan Wake. If you were to look at the TVs, it would. There's a show that would play called Night Springs, and this is essentially a.
You
an
got to kind of
episode.
watch talking about
Well, this is
that stuff because
Well, that's part of it because that's what the narrator from it is the narrator from Night Springs as you're going through it. I thought that was just that's what I thought. I'm pretty sure it said that as I was playing it, like at the start,
okay, but
because you're totally like
I feel like discussing the premise of American Nightmare ruins the original Alan Wake on some respects.
Oh, okay, that I'll understand then.
And that is a game that should be played and experienced.
Yes, I will agree with that. But for American Nightmare, similar to the first Alan Wake or the original Alan Wake, I don't know how to really say that.
Alan Wake.
Alan Wake. They do something super cool with the story so far, and I definitely want to play more of it to see what's going to happen, because there's some really M. Night Shyamalan ding dong thing type of
Shyamalan ding dong
type of twists that'll happen. You're like, yo, what? And it's doing some interesting stuff with quote unquote backtracking in a video game, and it's kind of neat. And I'd want to play more of it, and I'm kind of sad that I never actually put the time into it.
Cool. Sounds
like they got the action and the gameplay down fucking perfect in this one. So the shooting and everything feels awesome, and you get a fucking crossbow that shoots light, and it's awesome. I want to say that.
Pretty good.
It's the kills things. So that's pretty cool. What else? I'm pretty sure there's not much. I played the club.
Yeah. It was a disappointment to watch you play that.
I want to say Devin and myself both played Hotline Miami, and I finished it. I don't know if Devin did.
No, I'm at a hospital part, and I don't know if you guys saw the document, what I put in there.
Yep. Yeah, it.
You added that. I thought Riccio added that.
No, that was me. I actually got so angry I threw my mouse.
Yo, Devin. Cool.
Do you want to know the trick?
Yeah.
No, I do not.
No, you just,
because I just about have it.
If you don't move constantly, you won't like freak out because he has a headache.
Yeah, no, I
you figured that. Okay.
I understand that.
Then you're good.
I figured that out after about the third, fail attempt. But the problem is, there's this one cop. It's the last cop in that whole thing before you get to where you need to go. And just every time, just as I'm running into the room, he catches me. And I've gotten to that part about...
Do you know what the trick to sneaking by the cops is?
Yes, I do.
With the newspapers?
Yes.
Okay.
But what ends up happening
Now they're
is
all in sync.
he just... Yeah. How he just happens to put the newspaper down every time I'm running into the door. It's just wrong timing. And it happened to me 15 times in a row, and I was just like, nope, I'm done with this right now.
I still have no idea what this game
You're
is
just
about.
angering me.
Dude, you got to play it.
Oh, it is.
We should get
I
Kumar
haven't
to
seen
do
a
the
single
Let's Play
screenshot.
of it.
I haven't seen a video.
That's good.
Don't. We'll have you over and you'll do the Let's Play for it because it is good.
It's not with your general incredible skill at most video games. It's probably not even take you that long.
No, I'd say
Look at all of us hitting on Kumar.
how long did it take you to finish it, Riccio?
To Riccio? I was about 7 missions in, and I believe from then on it took me about 2 hours from there.
Yeah, it's not an overly long game.
That being said, I pretty much one shot at each mission from then on out, except for the hospital one, which took me maybe 2 or 3 tries.
Okay, I'm at 15. No, I'm at 17 for that.
So. I was gonna say 15, 17 hours. Devin,
I've replayed the game
suck.
9 times.
You need to stop and take a break and then come back when you're better at things.
No, no. At the hospital mission, I'm 17 tries at it, and I just got super frustrated and started yelling.
Jesus.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You didn't start yelling Jesus. I'm just mean like Jesus.
No, I just like legit started freaking out and getting super angry. And
yeah, that happened to me during the part the end of that mission previous to the.
You want to know what's funny?
Hospital
I
mission.
one-shotted that whole mission.
Yeah, all right, maybe.
Well,
they
you
patched
warned us
or
about it.
something.
No, we warned you. We were warned now. So.
Oh, maybe.
So anyways, something else that I played, a game that I haven't played in a really long time, Battlefield 3. I went and tried. Okay, so I've never tried Armored Core. I still haven't, but I went and tried the newest DLC because I don't like the vehicles.
Earthquake?
I'm sorry. Earthquake.
Or
Aftermath. Close though.
Yeah. Close enough.
So far the maps are really cool. But my favorite thing is the new game type that they have, which is essentially.
I feel like you said this exact sentence about the previous
Crossbows.
one.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Those close quarters maps are really neat, but I really like the new game type.
No. Yeah, well, the thing is that same thing with this one was like, this is really cool. All right, time to never play it again. So.
Yup.
Yeah,
that's about.
Because once again, it takes a while to get into a match. It took me a while to figure out what was going on, and just. I don't know. Like, if I'm playing a shooter, I kind of. Not to sound like a fanboy, 'cause I'm really not, but if I want to jump into something really quick, I'm going to play Modern Warfare, or Call of Duty, sorry, just because I can hop in, hop out, I feel like I've done something. In this, I played for maybe an hour or two, and almost leveled once, and didn't really understand what was going on, and I just kind of... Okay, so the new game mode, let me just explain it. It's called Scavenger. It's domination, like or conquest, sorry. Domination is Call of Duty, I'm so sorry. It's conquest, and what happens is... You capture things faster, like things just kind of fill up faster so you can take over points faster. But everybody starts with pistols only, and you can choose whatever pistol you want. But around the map, because everything's like war-torn and destroyed from an earthquake, there's like guns littered about. They may not be full ammo in their clip, but or maybe they do, I don't know, I didn't really notice, but they'll at least have one clip of ammo in them. And you'll pick them up, and then you have to kind of scavenge around and use whatever you can find, but the guns you'll find are like, yo, I just found like a sniper perch, I got a shotgun. Or like, oh sweet, I just found like a huge machine gun in the middle of the map. Everyone's rushing towards it, and it's... But, I don't know, it's really cool. It's kind of
like a weird gun game variant.
It's kind of like a weird gun game variant, but it's also weird seeing like everyone rushing into a city with just pistols. It's just, I don't know.
Fair enough, yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like that sounds like what Halo multiplayer used to be, where everyone would start with the same loadout, and then you're running to get the different power weapons.
Yep.
Yeah.
That same kind of feel to the...
I would see that
game flow.
I would say that actually. I really enjoyed it, to be honest, because of that. Because it felt like everyone started on the same level, and then the thing is that the weapon spawns are completely random, so it's not like you can hog one part of the map and know you're always going to get that power sniper or shotgun or whatever. So it's.
Did you think it's better balanced or what?
I don't know.
It just is nice.
I don't know. It's.
I guess people that are still better at the game are still better at the game.
I went into that game, and I think the last level that you hit is like general, and then it starts counting up numbers. Like it'll be general 1, 2, 3, like all the way up to like 99 or something, or maybe it's higher. I'm not really sure. I hop into the game. I'm ranked 22, not general, just ranked 22. And it's like everybody is general, like 25 and higher in this match, and then just ranked 22. And of course, I'm the dude who jumps in the game like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Why do we only have pistols? I can't choose like a main weapon. They're like, we're playing scavenger. I'm like,
huh?
What is scavenger? Oh, you have to find weapons on the map. Okay. Wait, but it's like conquests. Yeah, but what's going on? And they were trying to explain it. It's like, oh god, they must have been like, who's this fucking level 20? Why? What has he been?
Well, at least
Why
they're
did
not
he
like,
buy
yo,
premium?
fuck off, get out of here, noob.
No,
like,
yeah, they were actually being nice, which was really kind of cool to see. But
which does not happen.
Yeah,
there.
I don't know. I still don't know what I fully think about Battlefield. I really enjoy it. I think it's fun. You have to play with friends, but for some reason it's just too kind of... I don't want to say slow of an experience, but it's not what I looked for. And most of the times I really like
not
infantry.
twitchy enough?
No, it is actually very twitchy, to be honest. Kind of. I don't know. I like infantry combat, and the fact that there are vehicles thrown in kind of throws me off, knowing that you have to have someone with explosives or be partnered with someone who has explosives to kind of get the most out of it. I don't know. Just... It's good. It's just not for me. It's not my...
Not your cup of tea?
But it is sometimes. I don't know. That's why I like gun game. I don't know. It's fine. It's whatever. It's not bad. It's just not mine. Everybody don't hate me. That's all I want to say.
What else you got?
That's it. I think that's pretty much it. I played Hell Yeah. That was pretty cool. It's a weird bunny. There's some weird jokes. You die, you explode like Mega Man. There's some really good music.
Cool.
It's pretty neat. Kind of awesome. It was on that controller sale.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty sweet. pretty sweet.
I bought a lot of stuff on that controller sale.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, you bought like
I bought $15 worth of games. It was like 8 of them.
You played like 80?
Yay, Steam. No, I spent $15 on like 8 games.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty kick-ass.
Yeah.
Oh, the world we live in.
Yeah, no, I think it's
the only one I'm really like excited to play out of those is Sign More.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I've heard it's really hard though. Heard it's really hard.
It's a side scroller, right?
Yeah, kind of like that thing.
it's a shoot 'em up.
Intrusion? Is that what you were telling us about last time?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, I think.
Intrusion.
No.
Interstellar?
What was the one that you were?
I was talking about Intrusion.
It is Intrusion. Man, totally just nailed that. Sweet.
Oh yeah, that like okay, yeah, right.
But
yeah, I still haven't actually tried it or checked it out. I'm sorry, Kumar.
Such a cool game.
I know I said I would, but I'm really sorry.
Well, the thing that makes me interested in Sign More is because it's from what is it, Grasshopper?
Really?
Manufacturer? Yeah.
Like the dude who makes the
like Shadows of the Damned and Lollipop Chainsaw.
Oh shit! I did not know that. I did not know that.
Also, another game came out yesterday from them called like Black Knight Sword or something like that.
Okay, I heard of that name. No idea what it is, but that name has popped up around places. No idea.
From Grasshopper Manufacturer.
What is this? Can you explain?
I don't know. Another.
Dan.
I don't know what it is.
You bring up facts. You don't know the facts. You gotta know the facts. Ricio's now excited.
I don't know what it is. It came out yesterday.
Okay.
And I read the description on like the PlayStation blog because they do their updates.
Well, your PlayStation guy now, huh?
Well, they actually put out updates as to what the games are.
Yeah, I'm just
Whereas
kidding.
Major Nelson is like, hey, here's a list.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Xbox, yay.
What is? Oh yeah, I wanted to mention. Dan, you still haven't played Resident Evil 6?
No, because I'm playing that with my brother.
Okay.
Same reason I haven't played Alan Wake's American Nightmare, because I play that with Liz
her,
watching because she wants to see the story. So
cool. Yeah, Resident Evil 6 is still fun. I really enjoy it. It's kind of quirky and weird, but I still enjoy it.
I'm a big Capcom fanboy today.
Yeah, totally. Resident Evil 6 got some Dragon's Dogma going. Played some Tekken versus Street Fighter. Street Fighter versus Tekken.
Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Cross. Sorry, yes, X. Not box. Cross.
Not box. Cross.
That's gross. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's all I can really mention.
Cool.
I played not Zombieville. What's that thing on the phone? It's phone games. Anyway, point is, no one cares. Yeah. So, Devin, do you want to hit us up with some news?
Sure.
Unless anybody else. Does anybody else have anything to mention?
No. Let's do.
I just played a bunch of the stuff that was on PS Plus.
Nice.
Cool.
Wait, have you tried out
that Blood Rain game that came out a while back?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty wicked. Like, it's actually kind of cool. Like, I haven't.
I've heard it has a Castlevania vibe to it, so I will probably play it at some point.
That's part of what I was just going to say, is that for anyone who likes that sort of explorer-centric / I guess beat 'em up / shoot 'em up sort of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. Check it out. If for anybody out there who
free on PlayStation Plus right now.
I heard the combos look really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, they're nuts. It's a pretty. I want to say it's an unforgiving game when it comes to score and whatnot. It's got a little bit of that DMC vibe to it, where like you could think you're like, oh man, I just pulled off some pretty wicked combos.
No.
The game's like, nope, you sucked. D. So
just kind of punches you in the face a little bit.
You suck the D.
Yeah, if you don't like being told that you suck at games, then
it's not the game
maybe
for you.
Spend a little bit of time ignoring the score screen at the end of that. But overall, it's actually a pretty cool title.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
Have you tried out any of that Ratchet and Clank All for One?
I have it downloaded.
there?
I haven't installed it yet, and I haven't
it's
actually.
Interesting,
I haven't
and I
played a
can see
single
how it would be
Ratchet and Clank
great
game.
split screen, but I don't know.
Wait, is that MOBA thing?
No, that's Full Frontal Assault.
Okay.
That is a MOBA. To answer your questions,
Okay.
I tried that out.
Cool.
Is it fun?
It's a MOBA.
But like,
if I'm going to play a game of that type, I'm playing Awesome Knots.
okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Fair enough.
I was gonna try and compare it. Be like, is it Awesome Knots quality? Like, what is?
We should play some more Awesome Knots.
It is 3-on-3.
Oh.
So there is that. I don't know. I'd just rather play more Awesome Knots.
Yeah.
Fair
So I
enough.
didn't spend money on the game. The game's also cross-buy for the Vita though, so maybe I eventually will
Cool.
get it.
Cool.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm just going to jump in this one piece of news because I
Do
know
it.
it was probably not opened on Devin's screen.
All right.
There is a $5 DLC coming to LittleBigPlanet 2, which is also free on PlayStation Plus. That
Fucking
is
me talking about Green Man. You talking about PlayStation Plus all this time? What are we selling?
this patch is going to add something called cross-controller support.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
So you are going to be able to use the PlayStation Vita as a second screen and as a controller to play LittleBigPlanet 2.
Weren't they teasing
Wait,
this
is
back
it
at
a patch
E3?
or DLC?
It's DLC.
Oh, really?
Oh.
You have to actually. Okay.
That's stupid.
Well, it adds it in for all the parts of the game, but then the mission pack. So you can like make levels that incorporate this, but the mission pack that has all that stuff, I don't know. It's if you want to make the levels to include that stuff or play the content that unlocks that stuff for you, then you have to buy the DLC. But it seems like if you just have a Vita and LittleBigPlanet 2, you would probably be able to play the user-created levels that people make out of that stuff. If that makes sense.
I feel bad that I bought LittleBigPlanet 2, was kind of excited to play it, and then just never did.
You got the collector's edition.
Yeah, you
there's
do.
your bookends up there.
Yeah. Because I always had fun hopping in and randomly playing the levels that were created. And for some reason, when I played 2, I was actually excited to even go through the single player because it seemed like they did some neat stuff. And I just...
That single player is totally co-op, right?
Yeah.
You, me, and Kumar should probably go through that now that we both have that, thanks to PlayStation Plus.
Really?
I actually had the game even
Thanks to
beforehand.
PlayStation Plus, Dan? Really?
Yes. I would not have purchased that game otherwise.
Okay, fine. Fine.
I got that game for $10.
If we get to have fun, then fine. I'm down for gaming in the name of fun. Yay, fun. The nays have it. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Just somebody go into something news. No.
Something
All right,
news.
continue with news, yes.
Continue.
I had a good segue, and then you guys kept talking. So now, fine, we're just throwing it out there. Valve.
You're just steamed off, aren't you?
Yeah, I am very steamed off. Speaking of Steam, thank you very much. Valve has now announced that they will be putting out a console. We'll be putting a PC.
Whoa. They've actually announced this now, or?
Yeah, Gabe Newell has openly discussed the company's intention to enter the living room. Weird. With hardware of its own.
Enter your living room.
Do you think
Saying
it's
that
gonna
it's
be like a set-top box though, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
yeah, most likely it'll be just what it is.
They bought it on live? No, I'm kidding. That'd be fucking retarded.
With the most likely it'll be a Linux-based system with the way that they're kind of doing it now.
And how pleased they have seemed with Linux lately.
Yeah, frame rates are
Man,
probably
they do some
insane on
crazy
that thing.
wicked stuff.
Yep, and it's also into the reception that people have had to Big Picture and how well it's done. So
Yeah.
they're going to be putting out their own hardware for the living room. I don't know if it'll. I guess you can call it a console if you want to. Sure.
I'm pretty sure it'll be somehow cheaper, or you'll be able to buy it on a freaking winter sale, and it'll be like 75% off. For the
75% off this wicked sweet PC that's running Linux that can run all your Steam games. Buy it.
Would you want a computer that's not out till next year? 75% off. Get it for $25. Wait, what do you mean? Well, fuck that. We'll throw in a TV too. What do you want?
What's happening?
3D? What? You want 3 TVs next to each other? 3D? So you have peripheral 3D? What up? Take it. Fuck, you want a dome?
Yeah,
in
buy
your
the
room?
Steambox 4-pack.
Want a goddamn dome in your room? Doesn't matter. You fucking have it. There you go, Steam Pack.
Speaking of the wickedness
Hats.
that is Steam, actually, a better one, hats. They are now opening a beta to buy and sell in-game marketplace items, so hats and other stuff like that, has launched their beta.
Hats off to you, Steam. Good idea.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. Yeah.
Store you have in my life.
Yeah,
I haven't seen money things like that before.
Speaking of some money things.
All right, change it up.
Sega is suing Level 5 for patent infringement. Level 5 is the developers of the Inazuma 11 soccer games as well as the Tails games.
I want to
and
say
some other-
Inzuma is like the English translation is Winning 11. Is that what those are?
I think so.
Those are the Winning 11.
I've never even heard of those games.
Anyways, they are suing them for I think it's 9 million yen in damages, and they want the Inazuma 11 games removed from sale.
I think that Sega should have just waited off until January so that Ni no Kunai could have came out. Then they would have made like a shit ton of money, and then they would have been like, oh, now you have money. We'll take it all, please. So
Yeah, so that's kind of what's happening there.
Can I just pause you just for a second? So I'm playing this intense story game on the live recording of this right now, and I wasn't paying attention to the story, and I do believe I just had a choice to either save or kill someone, but I'm not paying attention. So I think I just stabbed a main character in the game in the face. I don't know what I've done.
Where'd that dude come
All in a
from?
day's work.
I have no
Riccio.
idea. I should never play story games on the live thing ever again.
You should probably have done side quests rather than...
Exactly.
Well, I was in a place... so Dragon's Dogma, you're just like in an open world. You can die, and then you have to go back to your save, and it's really hard. You can't teleport around. There's no fast travel. I was really far from a town, and I was low health, so I just went into a cave.
Nice.
Turned out to be the main story cave. Whatever.
Speaking of a game that will be wicked sweet story, devs of The Last of Us have refused to move Eli to back cover of The Last of Us. It's some big debacle that people are having right now that is, it's not.
Wait.
Ellie.
The
Sorry,
thing
Ellie,
behind
not
it-
Eli. I definitely misspoke that. Sorry, Ellie to the back cover.
Yeah.
That's what the
Why
issue
is she supposed to be... What?
They Naughty Dog says that because apparently covers with women on them don't sell as much, and they're not saying that to be sexist. They literally said like it's a shitty fact, and we know
Yeah.
it, but
Just
we
literally
have
the
to do
market.
it. And it's the same reason why I don't know if you guys saw the BioShock Infinite thing that happened where what's his name
Ken Levine.
Ken Levine mentioned why their cover looks exactly like everything else. They're like, if it's going to sell more and it's going to allow us to keep making more BioShock games for you guys, then we're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
What was
So-
his quote? That it's for uneducated frat boys or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
they went to frat houses to be like, have you guys heard of BioShock? They're like, nope. And they figured like because of the cover of the original one, which pretty much looked like a robot and a little girl, he was like, yeah, they don't. Looking at that, probably no one's
And
going
the
to pick it
second
up.
one, which was a robot and little girl.
Yeah. So like it'll probably sell better if we have the cover look a bit more
Masculine.
maybe not masculine, but wider audience.
Fair.
Did you know the Booker DeWitt, the main character of BioShock Infinite, is voiced by like the guy that does the Saints Row main character?
Really?
And yeah, and he's also a character in
No,
Persona
no,
4.
kidding.
But what's his name?
Oh, you had to drop in Persona 4 that you got on. Oh no, wait, you didn't get that one for free on PlayStation. I take that back.
No.
Continue yourself.
What's his name? Troy Baker. That's the voice
really?
actor's name.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds really familiar.
Yeah,
Oh.
because he's in like everything actually.
Okay, all right, that makes sense now. I'm like, man, Troy
I-
Baker, that sounds really familiar.
I totally forgot to mention something. I'm sorry to jump back to it. I fucking finished Black Ops 2.
Hell yeah,
Oh.
you did.
that game has really good story things that can change randomly. It's like little basic things, but damn, that thing's good.
Yeah, even just the like gameplay thing in one earlier sequence, which we kind of talked around last week,
Yeah.
changes the ending of the game.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
where you were like, "Oh, and then this happens," and I was like, "What?"
The fuck you talking about? Like, yeah, no. So
To
All around
confirm
you,
with
buddy.
the chat, Blackdoor says kanji ? And yes, that's the character that I'm speaking of in Persona.
Oh, man, I really want to become part of this Persona fan club. I want to play the shit out of those games, and then hopefully not be like, "The fuck is this piece of shit?" I was so hyped out for this, but no, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love that.
Speaking of good hype,
Well, you can play Persona 4 first because I paid for that copy, and then if you like that, you can.
No, I don't want to go backwards. I'm gonna.
Why
start
not?
with-
I'm going backwards.
I wish you would have said that sentence like, like backwards. Like, okay, I don't. Somebody want to rewind that? I don't know what I said. I probably said something like angry or about carrots, roasted beans. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, Devin, you had to see hype. What about that? Hype, Devin?
I forgot what I was going to
We
say.
were talking about Black Ops.
No, but he said something. Speaking of hype,
Oh, the Last
Wait,
of Us
I-
again.
oh, you saw
Okay,
something.
sorry, I have a really quick question.
Dan,
did
no.
you end up playing all
Not all
the
three.
variations?
No, sorry, not all the variations. Only 2 of them.
Okay. So the one that was not taking a certain action you didn't
Yes.
do? Okay.
Yes.
I'm curious to see what that one would be.
Yes, I would like to say that taking the action in an angry way and not as Sicily as I did the first way around is definitely
Sicily.
A better way to enjoy the story because
Hell
certain things
yeah, it
happen.
is.
not because of the reason that you enjoyed it, but because of the thing that I did that you didn't see that then caused me to get a cutscene that happened was good. And that's it. That's all I had to say.
So it was even more satisfying
Yeah.
seeing the consequences if you had not done that thing.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. That is correct.
But then the after credit sequence ruins the entire thing.
Yeah.
That was so dumb.
Devin, I showed it for Devin. I was like, Devin, you got it.
That's so fucking dumb. So dumb.
No one.
We were talking about Black Ops 2
No
for
one's death was
Blackthorn in the
avenged.
chat there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was dumb. Didn't like it.
I wouldn't say like anybody's death was avenged by like a tenfold. Maybe somewhere around 5 or 6 or 7-fold.
Yeah.
But
They were avenged pretty well, though.
yeah. I'd say about a 7-fold would be like where I'd find it
Yeah,
as
about
the
that.
Avenger meter. I don't know.
Yeah,
Fucking
so-
whatever.
It was good.
Hype.
It's not even that sequence was in there. It's like the lead up and the way it's animated and
It's
stuff
so
is
weird.
just
Yeah.
stupid and bad.
Oh, yeah, it's done. I was like, man.
Practice so hard. Anyways, I don't even want to.
Yeah, no, just
don't even ruin it. Just everybody's gonna see it. It's
Yeah,
whatever
it's
you
dumb. Anyways, The Last of Us trailer, box art, and pre-order bonuses have been announced.
I'm excited.
And multiplayer, apparently, which is pretty crazy.
want. Yeah.
Uh,
What about wow? Crazy.
Participating stores will get the Sights and Sound Pack for a pre-order, which includes soundtrack, PS3 dynamic theme, and 2 PSN avatars. GameStop has gotten the Survival Pack, which includes some bonus multiplayer XP.
I see what it is. I talk about Green Man. Dan talks about fucking PlayStation Plus. You're just gonna talk about GameStop all the time. Jeez, Devin.
We don't even have a game. Do we have GameStop in Canada?
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah.
What the?
Great. You obviously see how often I go to a retail store to purchase my games.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Yeah.
What is
So
that supposed to mean, jackass?
Hey, Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5 is on sale. Is free for PlayStation Plus members. If for people watching the video.
continuing on, they've got some extra stuff. It's good. As well as speaking of ordering things, Nuketown Zombies will be available in the Black Ops 2 season
It
pass.
already is actually. If you
okay.
bought it, then yep.
It is available then. Yeah.
And wait, there's something. Wait, what was the right before this? The Black Ops thing. What were you? It was. Oh, the multiplayer.
Yeah.
It's the bonuses they seem to mention. Don't hint whether it's gonna be competitive or not. But I think what would be really cool would be some sort of horde mode. I know like that is kind of oh no they're adding multiplayer to The Last of Us. It's gonna ruin it. But I think a horde mode would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it could be really cool.
Or actually, I hate to cut you off again. Somebody in the comments was
Fucking, I'm done. I'm out.
poop on your head. No, somebody in the comments actually for that post, I think on Destructed, I was reading it, or Kotaku somewhere, maybe it was Reddit. Somebody was saying it'd be really cool if the multiplayer started you off where it would almost be DayZ or War Z like, where it'd be a larger map. Everybody spawns with barely any ammo, and you have to scavenge and try and build up and get not in terms of a constant world going on, but a sort of deathmatch where no one really has ammo and there's maybe NPCs or those.
So what you're
zombie
saying
things.
is it would be cool if it was Scavenger
yes, without any
without capture
capturing
points.
Yeah, like you just, but like a large enough map where you'd barely kind of meet up with each other unless you really want to have a
So
competition.
really long team, not even team, really long deathmatch games.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Could be awesome.
yeah.
Speaking of things included now, the Humble Bundle, THQ bundle, now includes Warhammer 40k Dawn of War, which is pretty kick-ass.
I hate to cut you
You're
off
just making
again.
that thing better and better.
Go on. No.
Other things that's going to be awesome and wicked is Connect Party is going to be free.
For those of you who don't know what Connect Party is, if you guys enjoyed Double Fine Happy Action Theater, it's the second one of that, and it's going to be free for 2 weeks.
Which is pretty kick-ass.
And not-
Whether you have a Connect or not.
Yeah.
So you should probably just download that in case you ever have a Connect.
Yep.
And as well as if you actually buy that and you have Double Fine Happy Action Theater, all the mini games in Happy Action Theater get carried over into it.
Oh.
And if you, let's say, I think Connect Party is what it's called,
Yep.
is a free download no matter what, because you can in-game buy every game within it for 80 points each. So if you only wanted one of
Cool.
whichever things, I think you can buy them like a little bit at a time if you wanted to.
It's pretty kick-ass.
Either that or I think they're DLC for Double Fine Happy Action Theater. But there's a way to buy them game by game, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
So we're gonna dry run that the first day it comes out,
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. December
because
18th.
because that's like that's the dry run like anniversary right there.
Yeah, that
'Cause
truly is.
Our channel's first dry run was back when Badassa was on the site, and you guys did it of the original Happy Action Theater.
Yeah.
You sound like you were getting like teary. Yeah,
Yeah, you're like...
I was losing my breath because it was a long sentence.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are going to be included, the Bit Trip Saga is now heading to the eShop later this month, which is pretty kick-ass.
That's one. So someone is telling us that the Humble Bundle is actually over now,
Oh,
and they raised $5,097,000.
wow.
373.
It's pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Okay, if that's a bundle with those games for $5, how much does Steam make on a goddamn winter sale? I would love to have a tally like, yo, we sold like 5 billion. You guys just didn't stop. Please stop.
One dude bought 100 of everything.
We're filling the walls with money, but it just doesn't fit.
We actually built a separate warehouse just for the winter sale money.
Yeah,
An incredibly well capitalized company.
They're probably like, should we make a system? I don't know. Is that good for money? Is that good for? Sir, fire this man, then rehire him with double the salary.
Get him gold teeth while you're at it. So speaking of Nintendo, Nintendo can transfer network IDs from Wii U consoles now. So the ID is not locked to a single system.
You have to apparently call up Nintendo and ask them to do it. You
Yes.
can't just
be like, I'm
Seriously?
going to transfer this.
Yeah.
Yep.
apparently.
Which is
But at least it's possible. At least it's possible. Which means maybe in a future update they'll just be like, all right, we trust you guys. Just you can do it. No, just there you go. No, you just bought everything. So
yeah. Speaking of things coming to consoles, Diablo 3 is now on consoles, but still not official. So there's a lot of rumors flying about of Diablo 3 coming to console and so on and so forth. So it's going to be interesting to see.
2 years ago, would that have been in the last BlizzCon? Because they skipped a year?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, I think 2 years ago.
They said that they were openly going to work on it, and if it didn't work, they wouldn't do it. If it would work, they would do it. Did I say it right?
Yep.
So I guess it is actually working. So now they just got to figure out how the hell Battle.net and if it's going to have an auction house or how everything's going to work, etc., etc.
Which is pretty
I
cool.
wonder if they're going to use the same sort of DRM.
I'm not tracking it.
No, because
Always
it's a
connected.
console
Yeah,
game.
something different. Something different will probably be there. Speaking of things dropping on consoles, the Halo 4 Spartan Ops will be taking a short break and will be picking back up on January 21st. Has anybody been playing the Spartan Ops at all?
No, I want.
Nope.
I haven't touched it at all. I just play about 2 hours of multiplayer a night.
I've heard good things about it.
From what my friends that have been playing it are telling me, you could probably just watch the episode every week.
Oh, really?
And not even... Because there's only minimal things that come from actually playing the
Yeah.
So dialogue
combat
really
sections.
Not
Yeah,
Yeah, fair enough.
apparently.
I only recently finished Anniversary.
even... Oh yeah.
Nice.
Well, I was going through the whole thing on Legendary by myself. So
Yeah, yeah. So it takes a little bit of time.
Well, I guess the
Actually,
next Halo is
I
going to
don't
be the Halo for you.
Halo for Nintendo console announced.
No, I meant no. I didn't. Fuck, you weren't supposed to. Get
Um,
sued now.
Actually, this I have got no segue for this one. So the company that made PlayStation All Stars is now hiring. So a lot of people are rumoring that there will be a PlayStation All Stars 2, which I really hope.
Bear
they do.
Trap Riccio, sorry. Almost ran into it. Anyways.
I'm not playing another Capcom game.
So I'm actually pretty excited for that because I really like PlayStation All Stars. So that's good. I hope they do make a second one, which is kick ass. Speaking of something else that we really like, it's not really something. I don't know. It's interesting and weird and wonky. The guys who made Hotline Miami as a viral campaign actually got a hold of a Miami phone number that people could call, and oh my god.
What did they do with this number, Devin?
They can actually leave voicemails on it
Really?
about what they think about the game. So the company has produced a short little video that has a whole bunch of really cool production and actual people who have called in to talk about the game. Some people are saying that they really liked it. Some people are saying that they don't. It's pretty interesting stuff that they've got on there. It's, I think, like a 2-minute.
I would say they'd
It's like
probably get a lot of vulgar people just screaming.
Yeah, most likely.
If there was a way to draw a dick into a phone call, they'd probably do it.
Yeah, they probably could.
And if someone hasn't done it yet, leave it to that hotline to.
So that they
Make
can
it
figure it out. I don't know how I'm going to segue this one in, so I'm just going to say, speaking of dicks on phones, Metro Last Light
Wow,
has
that is
a
a
new
weird-
trailer.
I don't understand what
Terrible.
How does that even like? Okay.
Doesn't segue, but I wanted to say it anyways.
Giving a terrible thing to a freaking amazing game, but okay.
Metro Last Light has a new trailer that came out, and
Looks amazing.
oh my god, does it ever! I had my mouth was open the whole time,
You
drooling.
still need to finish the original, my friend.
I do. I'm actually, that's one of the things I'm going to go back over the Christmas holidays.
Good.
Is restart the whole game so I'm not fucked.
Because you have to do the first light before you get to the last light.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that. And we're going to end on a note that I know Riccio is going to be very happy
face one day.
about is that Dark Souls 2 has been announced.
At the Spike Video Game Awards.
Also, something I forgot to completely mention was Last of Us got a release date of May 7th.
Yeah.
At the Spike Video Game Awards.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain also was shown. No.
So that's what we've
during the VGAs, Spike TV themselves called it the VGA Awards, which is saying Video Game Awards.
Should you give them an award for awarding themselves an award?
Yeah, I think something
Yeah.
like that.
Anyways, continue.
Anyways, that's all I've got for news.
Game of the year from Spike VGAs was The Walking Dead.
Spoiler. Oh, fuck.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Yeah. Dude, well deserved.
Yeah.
No one protests. Good.
No. Do we have any
Well,
comments?
We have some comments on the video, as well as if anybody's watching in the YouTube.
In the YouTube.
On the Twitch TV live chat. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat, and we will
Or
read
I
them.
guess discussion topics.
Or discussion topics, yeah.
Yeah.
So right now I'm going to read off some comments that we had on the last podcast. So from Rainbow Pikachu U Dash says, "Yay, first comment 3 you guys." 322 Scorpion says, "Love the title." And the title of the last podcast was, "Oh my god, it's asynchronous." Oh my god, it's asynchronous.
All
Is that
right,
when you guys
continue.
stumbled on the words?
Yep.
Is that what that's from? Okay.
Yeah. CJ Cool 1212 says, "Blue blip."
Bleep bloop.
Achievement noise?
I guess so, yeah. Manny2 says, "Is there any good reason to have the chat visible on the final video podcast? Seems like it's only full of nonsense and not really of any interest at all. Also, you run into problems with people saying offensive stuff sooner or later, I fear." I do kind of agree with it.
Actually, I have a note to censor something at a specific time point
Oh, really?
Yes.
because I was watching it. But anyways,
Okay.
continue.
This is something I timed out.
Oh, well, it probably still got up there for a
Yeah.
second.
Anyway, so yes, I do think that there's some stuff that could be vulgar on the chat. However, I think it's kind of worth it if ever, for example, right now we're getting some questions in the chat that we may miss or that we can read, but at least you guys can kind of see what's going on if you're watching the video version at least. And I guess, yeah, it could hurt. If ever it does get bad, we can take it down. But for now, I mean, there's not too many people who watch it live, so it's not like it's scrolling with all sorts of racist and angry and offensive stuff. So I'm really glad that everybody is actually really cool in the chat. So, plus I have some pretty cool mods who take care of it.
Yep. Except for Plactor.
Jeez.
Why
So
are
John,
you being so mean?
so John
Because he's
David,
the only one talking right now.
so John Davidson comments, "Yeah, the story kind of sucked in Assassin's Creed 3, but the multiplayer is sick though. Great podcast, by the way, guys." Well, thank you first of all for enjoying the podcast. And yes, AC3 multiplayer is friggin' awesome. I want to play more of it. I do. I really do.
If you can connect.
Fury, IIX Fury XII says, "I don't like the button system they put in. I find it extremely sloppy in combat." I believe he's talking about Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
How it's counter, and then you choose to break away and all that stuff, and you can't grab anymore.
Yeah, it's
weird.
really weird.
Yeah.
Dan Jinx.
No.
Oof.
Dan. All right, there you go. Dark Altar 2000 says, "If you liked XCOM, you might like Xenonauts. It's a reboot of the original XCOM. Are you going to play it?"
I'd never
what?
heard of that before.
I'd never heard of that either,
What's
so
that?
I actually am not
Is
sure.
it portable?
Is it for the Vita?
Don't
Yeah.
say XCOM and portable with Dan. He's just gonna explode.
That's like it's only a matter of time until they release a new Advance Wars on the 3DS, and I go out and buy a 3DS. Like it's
If when that announcement comes out, Dan is literally going to run into a store, push someone over, start screaming for a 3DS until he gets one.
yeah,
I just
and
wanna-
put down a pre-order for the game. That'll be it.
One day I want to wake up Dan with the if this is actual news, just wake up Dan and then just say, "Dan, there's something called
happening.
Nintendo Store Plus, and they just launched it on the 3DS,
And there's Advance Wars.
and the first game is Advance Wars. I don't know what number that 3.
I would probably actually
3
just
online.
buy Advance Wars. I wouldn't deal with any of the other stuff.
Dan just starts crying.
And then they'd be like, "Oh, and by the way, since it's a new Nintendo Store Plus, it's free for the first year." And then Dan would just be like, That's him. Yeah. That's the sound of him like trying to throw clothes on and get out the door and run, just towards the nearest.
Not wearing
store.
pants, sort of just one leg's in the pants.
EB Games is about I think I've talked about how I timed walking to the EB to buy a full retail game and walking back and sitting in my chair is something like 11 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyways, and the final comment on the video is from Mural 2010, which is the dude who I was talking about last time who made that RPG game for Unity Gaming. And he says the thing that he made it in, I totally mispronounced it last time, but it's called RPG Maker VX Ace. Which is actually, strangely enough, now available on Steam as a...
For $70?
But it's an application thing, which is awesome. It's cool
it's part of those apps that they're offering now, the software.
Though, however, I think if you search for it, I think what he said is that you can get a free version of it, but you have to search for it. And I think it's called RPG Maker VX Ace Lite, or something light, I think he was saying.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, well, what do we got for questions? We got nothing in the chat.
In the chat, we have...
There's some stuff in the chat.
Oh, really?
In the chat, we have MCP95, who asked... Have any one of you tried Vanquish before?
No.
I've tried it, but I have not.
Yes, and finally finished it this year.
Cool.
Vanquish is such a cool game for craziness.
That story ended up having more meat to it than I thought by the time I finished
Absolutely.
it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, this is silly. This is really...
surprising.
Yeah, and then I was like, whoa.
Kind of came...
What happens? Oh.
They put it together.
Came around from behind?
Yeah. No, what? No. Yeah. But I know it was definitely pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was a fun game to play.
I shouldn't have played it on the hardest mode to start off with because I'm an idiot, but... Well, not the hardest. It was one below it. It was hard.
Yeah,
whatever.
fucking
That
Uncharted 3
problems.
Hey,
shh. I think it was poop anyway. Another question we have is from Ratterson. He says, how do you guys stay so super sexy awesome? I usually like to eat my daily dose of water.
You eat water.
It's Riccio's beard. It gives him the strength of sexy.
Yeah, I drink and it just gets in my mouth. No.
And
what's
obviously
happening
out of your
right now?
I don't know. We're not... What?
When is the new Detox album coming out?
No, that is...
Tonight. Go and buy it.
What is Detox?
I don't know. That's a question.
T-Fan asked that last week, and we didn't see that because it was after the podcast. I don't know what Detox is.
I don't know what an album
Whatever it is, it's coming out tonight. You heard it here first.
Right now. Yeah. Actually, I don't know why the hell you're not listening to it right now.
Exactly.
We are Detox. No, I have no idea what the fuck.
And another one is from
Shanghai, China.
Shanghai, China. Do you believe Phantom Pain is some trailer for Metal Gear Solid 5?
Yes, only because of a GIF, GIF, GIF. I don't know.
GIF.
One of the things, I say GIF, I do say GIF, that they put out that fit way too well with the words Metal Gear Solid with the things that protrude from the words. Mm-hmm. As well as Moby Dick Studios being created 3 months ago, apparently. And the main dude is an anagram for Ogre or Moger, M-Ogre, which was the code name for the first Metal Gear Solid, and the last name is an anagram for Kojima.
And there's a character in the trailer on fire, which apparently has very distinctive armor, and it matches up exactly to screenshots of a character from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. So, I would strongly say yes. However, they already said Metal Gear Solid 5 was called Ground Zeroes, unless it's like...
That wasn't Metal Gear Solid 5. That's just another in the...
Yeah, that's another... in the universe.
That's another, like...
Oh, really?
Peace Walker era game.
Okay, well...
like, they had Portable Ops and Portable Ops 2 and Peace Walker, and then...
Well, shit.
All the stuff off of Metal Gear Solid 3, all those games.
All I'm saying is I'm pretty sure everything in that trailer was probably false, because I don't know if I would play a game that has a fucking giant whale jumping out of, like, an ocean, landing on the ground just to eat a helicopter.
Yo, I play that game.
It looked really cool.
Yeah, the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, seriously.
Actually, you know what? Now, as I was saying that, I was like, dude, I'm getting hyped.
All right, so from T-Fan47, you don't know what the Detox album?
Oh, he was talking to somebody in the chat. He says it's Dr. Dre's last album. Yeah, I
if you put a question behind it, I'll read it out.
I want to give a shout out to Shanghai, China for being one of the coolest shotgun people ever in my XCOM playthrough.
Cool.
He has been able to snipe people across the map when it's like you have a 17% chance to hit this sniper with the shotgun, and he'll just do it and he'll crit. It's cool. It's cool, dude. I don't know. XCOM's awesome. Yeah, just wanted to say that.
Yeah,
it's good. Do you want to move on to releases of this next upcoming week.
Yes.
Wait. Riccio, are you going to play Dead Space 3 when it comes out?
Hell yes, I already have that pre-ordered for the PC.
When does it come out again? February?
MCP95 asked that as well, I should say. Dead Space 3 comes out. I think it's in February, I want to say.
Okay.
Yes, I have that pre-ordered. I have no idea what to expect from it. I'm still going to have fun with it regardless, I'm pretty sure. And it's going to have co-op, so I'll probably play it single player first and then co-op a second way through.
So what do we got for releases?
For releases over here.
Over here.
Yeah. What the hell are you saying, Devin?
Yeah.
Totally opened the wrong page. What we have for next week apparently
Yo, that NCIS game looks dope.
is Connect Party, which we mentioned. Yeah. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, I think it's coming out for the PlayStation Vita.
HD version.
Which-
Vita and PlayStation 3.
Yes.
Not cross-buy, though.
Yeah, not cross-buy,
Dan
not
sounds
on the
disappointed.
360, and not on the PC either. I want to play that though, so I guess I'll have to buy it on the PlayStation. WrestleFest is coming out for the Xbox Live Marketplace,
Damn, son.
as well as Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion XL.
Hold the fuck on. What is that game?
It seems to be a fighting game with like Dexter's Lab versus like Powerpuff
Yo,
Girls.
I still want that NCIS
Why does that
game.
sound
That
fantastic?
does actually
sounds amazing.
That sounds actually pretty cool. You know what? I'm hyping as I talk to myself. You guys have to shut me up. As well as what Devin said, the Bit Trip Saga is coming to the 3DS.
Yep.
No, you said for the Wii U, didn't you?
No, I
So
said
it's
for
all-
the eShop. Which is
It does
3DS.
have a W, so where? So it is yes.
I want to just specify. I want to say out something that Plaktor just said. A Cartoon Network, Cartoon Explosion, 620, Punchline, No Scope, HD.
Punch Time. That's a T.
Nope,
That's what the
Punchline.
game's going to be called?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
Arcade remix. And yeah, so
Two.
Two. So I think that's actually all that's coming out.
I like how the
It's
week
end
after is
it's
two
the
games.
end of the year, so there's really nothing else that's
Yeah, that's
until January busts its way into our lives, and then it's just like Devil May Cry and all that stuff. So that'll
Yep.
be fun. That'll be fun.
First quarter of 2013 is going to be nuts.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
monstrous because of all the stuff that has to come out before they announce consoles at the end of the year or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of stuff is just being pushed.
Didn't Sony put out? I don't know if it was legit or not, but I know on Reddit Sony put out a thing that said like it had the PlayStation symbols and it just said like E3 2013, and everyone just got
I have
hyped.
no idea what
The,
you're talking about.
The final stage of the developers consoles for the Sonys are being pushed to developers now.
Nice,
So I think that's
nice,
a pretty
Pretty
big
indicative.
indication that it's coming down the pipe at Riccio.
There's another question in the chat. Is Dan going to get Aliens Colonial Marines?
If not, I have
No.
it pre-ordered, so you'll be able to play it for this fine gentleman. MCP is a trooper. I like him.
Wait, I'm supposed to?
Yeah,
Hey, he
supposed
said Dan.
Yeah, but
Um,
I'm saying I'm not getting it.
Oh, well, you'll be able to play it on my computer. As well as he says, don't forget Crisis 3. Also have that ready. I'm trying to like load up on everything, pre-buying it for next year, just so that when next year comes around and I don't have any money, we'll still be able to put out some sweet-ass content for you guys.
be good.
So, yeah, that's that. So I think we're pretty much it. That's done.
I think we're done.
That's done. Do we have any questions for the fans? I know we totally skipped out on that for the past weeks.
How do you guys feel about the subscription models that Sony and Xbox has?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's
We spoke
decent.
about it in length, so it'll be
How do
nice
you
to hear
guys
what
feel?
everyone else
Do I have
thinks
to
too.
try and make something silly out of this? If you guys could have...
Oh my god, subscription!
No. If you guys could have, and I'm just staring at a wall over here and I suddenly got an idea. If you guys could have
One wall.
any poster in the world that would either be somehow stretched up to be your entire wall, but in the best resolution ever where it wouldn't look like poop, and it'd be super easy to put up, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff, what game would you choose to put? What character? What would you do? No one's probably gonna answer. They'll be like, fucking Dead or Alive, titties, whatever, fucking get one. Just fuck both of them, just one breast. No, that's actually, I shouldn't say any of that stuff because that one reason why thing is pretty intense and I don't want to join anything against that. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Wait, what?
But
the one reason why Twitter thing that went on with the women being portrayed poorly in the games industry as well as in video games.
oh yes.
Oh,
I'm
the
totally-
one reason why?
Yeah. So I don't want to be anything against
Remotely
that.
near that.
No, it's not. I don't want to be near it. It's just, I totally agree that shit should change. So anyway, totally not gonna get into that. So yeah, we calling it here.
I think we're calling it.
We're calling it.
calling it.
Alrighty. Well,
Dan, take us away.
it's been super fun.
Take us away.
Take us away, Dan.
I'm Dan.
Holly jolly
I'm Sompy.
Christmas. It's that time of year. Kumar, your turn.
I'm Kumar.
And I'm Riccio.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Don't forget to subscribe, iTunes, listen up.
Write a review on iTunes so we can pop up on the feed.
Yeah, Riccio normally says that.
Yeah.
It's weird hearing you say it.
Yeah. And don't forget to check out our other videos on our YouTube. If you're watching this on the YouTube, leave comments. We love reading them. I love getting the emails. Riccio loves responding to them immedially, which is crazy.
Instead of leaving them for the podcast for us to answer.
Yeah. So thank you guys again for tuning in. And have yourselves a wonderful time.
Stay classy.
See you later, guys.